recording. All right, and we are good. So, to begin, let's have a basic idea of what you guys normally do on your downtime, like your off days. So, like, where would you be today?
Slick is normally in his office. You know, he tries to keep near the phone. You know, keep open hours in case anybody comes in.
Yeah.
With something. So he's usually just chilling behind his desk.
All right, cool. And what about
I think Whiskey Jack ran to the local, the closest fast food place with just terrible greasy food. And got himself a super gulp, like a 15-liter super gulp.
Nice. So, like,
yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, and Dodge, where would you normally be?
So I think Dodge, he does this runner business, right? But that doesn't, that pays the bills, but not all of the bills, right? Yeah. And so I think when he's not doing that kind of work, he's using the Sentinel app.
Yeah.
Like, let's call it like, gigs or, hustle or something like that. And so he's just hanging around like, going from gig to gig, for whatever he can at any given time.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, go stand on this corner or be back up for this person or carry this bag from this apartment to this apartment.
Okay, cool. So, from time to time, different people will contact you guys for whoever has jobs on offer. Whiskey Jack, how would people normally contact you? Is there some kind of Dropbox email or something like that?
I think he trolls the old school BBS boards. Oh, by the way, is this sort of a retro cyberpunk like 2020, or is it more like Shadowrun and it's sort of updated to? What's the vision?
It's updated.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's several. Yeah. It's the space future for the rich people, the normal future for everybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, I assume through some forums, some kind of deep web.
Yeah, there would be like underlying low level communication methods that you would use, because even today we still have things like IRC. Some BBS communities still operate, I believe. I think so. Not sure. Like, one of the things that you would probably find in this world is something called CRC, which is Cyber Relay Chat. So what it is, it's like a low-level kind of improvised communication network, sort of on a peer-to-peer basis that runs off people's cyberware.
So does it daisy chain like messages from like the pizza guy to the your car battery to like whatever? Is that the idea? Is it's really distributed and it just like bounces them around however it needs to?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool idea.
So is it like Bitcoin where it's both anonymous but also it's completely open?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. And,
okay.
And there's probably like a form of email, something kind of like email, on this network called C-Note. So it's incredibly difficult to trace communication on this because it's so distributed. It's kind of like a BitTorrent network, or to be a little more complicated, it's kind of like a botnet. I don't know if you guys would know what that is, but yeah, think of it as like a torrent network, peer-to-peer.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So you would have communications on this with your hacker contacts and so on, and so it's like this world's version of, it's one of the things that would be considered dark web, because it's below the standard matrix and internet and communication. It's a more hardware layer type of deal. So you would get a C note.
Okay.
And yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, and so it basically says that there's a job available, and the what would they call them, a benefactor, the client wants it done kind of quickly, and he needs a team of people to get something handled, and wants to know if you are available.
This and the C note that I just got, these you did say this was the C note, right? Not a okay. Mm-hmm. And the C note is what's in the cyber relay chat, or is it? Okay, got it. Okay, so it's alive and I can respond?
Kind of thing? It is.
Okay, so I'd ask him, so what's the job and what's it pay?
He says that they don't really communicate in depth on cyber relay because it's so because it's not secure.
Sure.
But he does say that he can meet you at the Manhattan Restaurant, which is a little place downtown, where he can give you the details.
So, okay. Assuming I'd respond that assuming the pay is good, I'll make sure I come with I'll come with my people.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, part of the system is you have to negotiate pay. So the idea is it's legit if anybody's contacting you. Mm-hmm. So there's not a question of whether or not you get paid or something like that.
Yeah. So when you go to the meeting to hash out the details, that's when you'll get into how much it pays and that sort of thing, and what the
and that's the role.
Yeah. So that'll happen when you decide to meet up with the guy. But in the meantime, so how many people do you contact? Who do you take with you?
Well, obviously it's gonna be these guys. So
yeah.
So I would I guess I'd reach out since I have the link with Dodge. I'd send him a C note as well. I don't know if he's on that, but I'd text him or something. Yeah. And I think he has contact with the other two.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Dodge has all the socials.
So I'd give Dodge a heads up, tell him I have a job in the mix, and I need a good, somebody good with a gun potentially.
Yeah, because it's always advisable to have someone who can have your back if things go wrong in a meeting like this.
Exactly.
Especially for a hacker.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys would get this message. So does everyone go with him? You guys go down to the Manhattan?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, backup is Dodge's bag, so he would be there for sure.
So what kind of place are we meeting up at? What's the locale?
Yeah, what's the Manhattan? Is it the Manhattan room or just the Manhattan?
So Manhattan is it's on the ground floor of one of the buildings in not exactly downtown, kind of on the fringe of downtown. So it's just in between, the busy center of the Sprawl and on the outlying ends. So it's it's one of those kinds of places where people from both sides can meet in the middle.
So yeah, border of the rich area and the not so rich area.
Yeah, exactly.
So is it like a hipster dive bar? So you could go there if you were a middle management drone and not be so afraid.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's still a little rough, right?
Yeah.
There's operators and scary people in there, but they're probably not gonna mess with you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. Usually people who go there are there for some reason. So everybody is kind of head down and because you don't want to be noticed there. It's a place with a reputation where deals go down. The decor is I guess you could call it hipster, which in this day and age would be retro, sort of. Yeah, it's a kind of postmodern. I think is the more accurate description. Where there's stuff that's weird for the sake of being weird.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
there's like murals on the wall and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Yeah. When you go into the Manhattan, the counter is it's a glass rectangle, a flat glass rectangular case. That's it's an aquarium, but a horizontal aquarium instead of a vertical one, and it has soul fish inside of it. Animatronic, of course, because don't really have like fish to spare anymore. But that's like one of the things. It's just like things that were put into just for the sake of having weird things.
Mm-hmm.
The guy at the counter, he's the maitre d', and he has a visor on with his AR running, and so he greets you guys and he says, would you having lunch with us, or are you do you have a reservation? The C-Note gave you a reservation, by the way, so he said, well, yeah.
Show him the C-Note. Yeah, got a reservation meeting somebody, but food doesn't sound bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd say that, Walsh.
Right, so the reservation is under the name Takisian. So he you can see him kind of blink, and the air display on his visor comes up with the reservation information, and so he nods, he makes a gesture, and one of the waitresses comes across, and she leads you all inside to one of the back end tables. Mm-hmm. It's in a kind of semi-enclosed booth where you guys are not under everyone's direct eyes. And there's a person there who he's been expecting you guys. He would be familiar with you, Whiskey Jack, because I think that this is one of the guys who probably would have given you jobs in the past.
Okay.
So he recognizes you, and he asks you if these are your friends.
Yeah, this is them.
All right. So and he's wearing he has a what's the name of that cap? He's wearing a beret, a brown leather jacket. One of his eyes is cyber, and it's like dark blue with a red iris. And so he invites you to sit, and he says, I'm glad you responded, because there's a job I need to get done, and there's a time component to it. I know you've come through for me in the past, so I was hoping that you'd be able to step up for this one.
I think so. Why don't you give us some details?
He says there's a contact of mine that I was supposed to meet with, and we were supposed to have an exchange. He was supposed to have some really important information for me, and he never showed. I checked my other sources, and there was some activity, and I think he may have been grabbed before the exchange could happen. The information he has for me is not information that I can easily replicate or gather back. So that's why I need to get him out of harm's way. I think what we believe is that the people who took him were MHS personnel, and we think that he may have been taken back to one of their facilities.
Wait, so I'm sorry, this is the people who took him are MHS personnel?
That's what he thinks.
Yeah,
that's what he's saying.
Okay.
The name on the reservation was Tarkissian.
I see that too.
Yeah.
And that's Tarkissian, not Sarkissian, but Tarkissian.
Yeah, it's Tar. Actually, probably change it just for to avoid confusion. Let's just put it as Tarkis.
Okay.
I was about to say, have I always known him as that, or okay?
Yeah. He is a reporter.
Okay.
That's how you know him, because you have done jobs for him in information gathering. So what the person he is talking about, you would be aware, even without the Well, you know, get the job is where you would get the option to get information on your employer. I think in this particular case, you are aware who this guy is.
Sure.
So, in the same way that you get information for him, he has other sources about that he gets information from. And what you can probably tell is that this guy is working on some sort of story, and he's gotten a line or contact to information that he shouldn't have.
Okay. And what's the name of the guy that we're looking for?
He says the guy's name is Rainier.
Could you write that down? Thank you. Rainier.
Right.
Like the mountain.
Yeah.
I mean, the mountain was destroyed 200 years ago, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Asshole Haig.
So he says, I don't know exactly if they're onto him. I strongly believe so. And if they are, I don't know how longer he'll be around to give information at all. If you know what I mean.
So I'm gonna do a voice because voices are fun.
Yeah.
Unless it hurts my throat, and then I'm gonna just suddenly sound completely different.
Yeah.
So, 2 things. Number 1, I love that hat. Number 2, you need the information or you need this guy's body.
He says, I need the guy. He is the person who is going to validate the information when I make use of it.
So I think Whiskey Jack.
Wait. So you need the guy alive?
Yeah, alive. He's a. So it's
hey, alive is good. We like alive, right, guys? We like.
Yeah, that's
like
the gag, though, right?
Yeah, it's fine. There's no problem, Mr. Tarkus.
No. I do alive. I do alive too.
Like that.
You better.
I mean, it costs a little extra, but you know.
I don't care if anyone else remains alive, but this guy in particular, he's the one who's going to have to sit me down and walk me through all this information that he's supposed to be giving me.
I think
if this guy is at an MHS at a Hitchcock and Sarkisian facility, you guys may find it a bit rough to get him out of there.
Speaking of rough, now obviously, sir, you have to get this done in a pretty ship-shape sort of manner. I don't know if you know this, but I myself used to work for our good friends at MHS. I think perhaps in light of our expertise, the payment for the mission should perhaps reflect that. And that's me rolling links to help Whiskey Jack once he finally going to use my
Yeah, nice. That's good. So you can go ahead and roll your links.
Okay.
No, that's good.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh my god, that's the best possible result.
Yeah.
I was very confused by your concerns.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, what?
Did you expect higher?
I was just thinking, oh, 6, that's bad, but then I realized, oh, no, it's total.
Yeah, it doesn't do the total for you. I think it's probably something with the coding, but pretty fancy sheet, but I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty good. So you see, this is why you bring the lawyer along to a negotiation.
Always bring your attorney.
Yeah, so he says to you, the information is important. I can't deny that, and I won't withhold payment for you. So go ahead and roll the get the job. Let's see how this conversation goes from there.
Is that me that rolls it? Since it's my contact? Okay. Is it a die roll, or is it a play, or move?
It's an edge, right?
This is a
Yeah.
it's a move you
Edge.
roll edge. So it's on the little playbook thing. Yeah.
Getting paid. Get the job. Oh, nice. Okay, so that's 3, 5, 8, and 1, 9. Oh, and you didn't. The forward would have been the one that you got from from
The link.
Yeah, the link. So that would take you to a 10, would it not?
It would.
Yeah, which is extremely good. So let me just
Nice.
let
Good
me
to
just
choose. Yeah.
get the exact move for you, so you can see what your options are. Copy.
Yeah.
Alright,
Actually-
so check Discord. Right, so that's the get the job move. So on 10, you get to choose 3.
Choose 3, yeah. I'm gonna pick provides useful information, job pays well, obviously.
Yeah.
Attention,
And,
attention, attention. Wait. So we have ways to get intel, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can research and I get an extra hit if I
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I like pays well and attention, and then
So do I.
And then we have more ability to get intel than gear, right?
Yeah, because I can find it.
Because the fixer and the hacker can get intel.
Yeah.
Alright, fair enough. We'll do gear, pays well, and no attention.
Alright, cool. And you already have the employers identifiable. So you guys got pretty much everything there almost. So you do get a gear. So when you guys start the mission, just remember that between you all you have a gear. In addition to whatever other gear you accumulate along the way.
So between us all, we have a
Yeah.
gear or 8 gear.
No,
One gear.
One gear. One gear.
Yeah, so far.
Combined.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he says, right, this information is going to be extremely useful, more than just, for the story, but it's gonna be pretty lucrative for me. So I can afford to really make sure you guys are well compensated for this.
Great.
Thank you for your due consideration, Mr. Tarkus.
Yeah. So he says, just give me a heads up as soon as you have him safe in your possession, and I'll send you to a safe house with him.
All right. Dodge, just remember, no killing, right?
No.
Oh, no, he didn't say that.
No killing of the guy we're supposed to grab. Preferably no killing overall, because, well, killing...
Hey, I'm happy to get paid for not working. That's my favorite work.
Are we all
You
there?
would have made a great lawyer.
I'm
Right, so I'm just updating the mission directives here. So it's a standard extraction mission. Extract safely with...
So we got the job, so we... it says mark 1 XP. Is that everybody marks 1 XP? Or
Everyone
just...
marks 1 XP.
Alright.
And are we marking these along the way, or do you want us to not fiddle with like
Oh
paperwork?
yeah, you can mark them along the way.
Okay.
It's less likely to forget them that way. Mark XP. Alright. So he heads out, and you guys now have to see if you can figure out how to narrow down which facility Rainier is in. So you guys will now be in the legwork phase.
Okay. So...
I'd go straight into the web, I guess.
Yeah, he does
Well,
give you.
Hey, guys. Dodge is not real good at legwork.
You should get some new cyber. Yeah.
Dodge will actually be very good at legwork in physical surveillance.
Right, right.
Yeah. So like once
But
you
like, hey, where are they at?
yeah.
Don't know.
Where are they at?
Who are they? Don't know.
So like it like typically what would happen is you guys would start off with research and that kind of thing, and then once you figure the place out, you send Dodge to check out the physical security first, that kind of thing. So everybody
Yeah, I
has-
could definitely case a joint or something like
Right,
that.
exactly.
But research or like, something like that, not so much.
yeah.
Yeah, and I, as Fixer, can sort of go in and hit the street. I could hit the street and talk to a contact.
So he at first indicated he didn't know where he was, and then later he indicated that he knows MHS has them, or he thinks they might.
He thinks it's MHS, which
Yeah.
probably means that MHS is his target.
Yeah.
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 All right.
No, the
guy
facility
is-
was like, it'll be hard to get him out if he's at a facility. What was that detail?
That's pretty much what he said. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, if he's at a facility, it's gonna suck to get him out of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we should research the guy in question
Yeah. Correct.
first. So
Yeah, I mean, so why don't we just come up with a general plan?
Mhm.
Like, what are the things that we need, right? We need to find the dude,
Mhm.
and if we don't blow up the legwork clock finding the dude, then we need to try to figure out what the security or like situation is wherever he's at. And
Find the
then if we
place.
get that, then maybe more about the dude or more about the people who did the kidnapping or the situation in general. Does
Find
everybody
the-
think that's a good order?
Yeah.
Find the guy, case the joint, track it back if we have time.
Right. Sounds good.
I'm just looking at some.
All right. So let's see. What bit of information I can probably give you is that the place he was supposed to meet Rainier at was a hotel room. So the,
Sorry, what's the information the guy wanted?
I
Or-
actually, yeah,
didn't
your
tell
mic
us.
cut out when he.
well, he didn't tell you the information he needed from the guy.
Mhm.
All right. So that would probably be like between the guy and him. He just needs the guy.
Mhm.
I was gonna see if Vision Thing fit it, or not Vision Thing, Driven fit it, but it.
Well,
It-
just broadcast it for me. Let me take a look. Let me see how I can fit that. How that fits in.
Read it off.
There's a button you can click that says
Yeah.
broadcast. Yeah. Right. When you begin a mission that furthers your vision. Right. This does fit because the hacker, you would know that this reporter Takis, he does a lot of anti-corporate work, which is why he has to kind of stick to CRC instead of standard
Mhm.
matrix, that kind of thing.
Prominent within like the anti-corporation like society community and stuff. Is he a very
I-
prominent member?
I would say he's known. He's
Then-
not an activist per se, but he all the reports that are or all the news reports that are critical of these companies usually come from him, in the sense that he's the only one that really has specific evidence, like data, to put behind his reports.
He's a whistleblower.
Yeah, exactly.
Then I would probably know about this guy.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
can
And
this
then
role.
I'll roll Ed.
Yeah.
Nothing like putting one over on MHS.
Yeah, indeed.
Mhm.
Alright, so that gives you 10.
Nice.
So you get 3 hold.
Rehold is awesome.
Yeah. Spend 1 hold for move to take +1 or -2 forward to the move. Oh, good. Yeah, very good. So that gives you some bonuses there.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hold is just a resource you can apply as a +1. Is that true? Is that
Yeah.
accurate?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, for this particular move, the hold counts as a +1.
Hmm.
So he gets 3 +1s that he can use during this mission.
Right.
Make sure to write that down.
Yeah. I think there should be a space on your sheet for store and hold. I'm not sure. Or you could just like note it somewhere.
I need to think. Okay.
Alright, so so the one thing he does tell you guys is that he was supposed to meet Rainier at like a CD motel kind of a deal. Rainier has a room there, and Rainier was supposed to be there, but then when Tarkus went, Rainier was gone and the place was in a mess. So that is like the last known place he was.
Okay.
And of course, you guys can do some online digging to find out more about this guy.
Yeah.
And
Well, if we definitely know he was at the motel, it's a good place to start.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how does the legwork clock is sort of working against the literal clock on this?
Yes is the short answer. Your failures tend to drive that clock upward, and as the clock advances, things start to get complicated for you guys.
So should we be splitting up to do simultaneous things?
It's not like a clock in the sense of time, exactly.
Okay.
So it's more like it measures heat. It doesn't measure time.
Okay.
How much heat is on you guys?
And if you get into the high numbers, then it starts to click the mission clock up, and you have to finish the mission before the mission clock hits midnight.
Yeah.
So if you get too much heat in the legwork phase, then that starts you in a little more trouble when you start the actual mission.
Yeah.
That's why you kind of want to find out the things that you really need in the order that you need them. Like, where the mission is at, for example, is something that we have to have to proceed. So even if it costs us 3 ticks to figure that out, we have to figure it out. But something like, oh, what's the story, right? Like, if we get where he's at and like who has him before we've got any ticks, like if we just have good luck on those rolls, then we can get more and more, information. We could spend rolls to get some gear or more intel or something like that we can spend during the mission.
Yeah. There's also something I almost forgot, which is you guys now will make a wager.
Oh, that's right. I forgot too.
Yeah. So let me see if I can find the thing for it. Cred. It's supposed to be in cred. Yeah, learning cred. So you guys can choose whether you want to wager 1, 2, or 3 cred.
And this is a bet on whether we complete the mission?
Kind of, yes. Because if you don't successfully complete the mission, then you don't get paid.
Right.
I'm trying to remember what the benefits were to wagering. I know that the negative is the more you wager, the higher the clock ticks.
The more you the fact that you chose the job pays well means that you guys will get 3 times whatever you wager as payment.
Right.
So if you wager 1, you'll get 3. If you wager 2, you'll get 6. If you wager 3, you'll get 9.
I'll wager.
I'm gonna wager 3, but I'm trying to find that part because I'm pretty sure. I think every person that wagers 3, they put the clock up 1, don't they? Isn't that how it works?
They put the action clock up 1, then the Lego clock up 1, then the action, and so on. I copy pasted it in Discord. You'll see the description there.
Oh yeah. Everyone's stakes.
All right. So who is wagering 3?
Whiskey Jack.
All right. So Whiskey Jack wagers 3.
Raises the stakes and draws attention. Yeah.
All right. So Whiskey Jack wagers 3, and the mission clock goes up by 1. Whoops, wrong thing.
Yeah.
I'll wager 2.
Nice. So that's which character?
Slick.
Right, so Slick will wager 2.
So we should
Oh.
go ahead and reduce our cred right now, right?
Yeah, because that is deducted from what you have. It's
Right,
considered
okay.
to be spent. Yeah.
I'll wager 2.
I'll also do 2.
I mean,
yeah.
the stakes are pretty much just the money that you have spent, the resources you've spent doing the job.
Yeah.
And in theory, the more you spend, the more people might know that you're buying gear or buying information.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, the downside is that, so for instance, Whiskey Jack only has 2 credit remaining. So he has to hope that he doesn't have to spend that on his contact if he goes to hit the streets. Which he usually does have to spend, but yeah.
Yeah, but a payday of 9 crit.
Oh yeah, that's definitely worth it. It's high risk, high reward.
So I think, does it make sense for Slicks to kind of investigate the corporate angle?
Yeah, absolutely.
Since he has a link there, and maybe Dodge should check out the motel?
Yeah, I think Dodge should do the physical legwork.
Yeah.
Whiskey Jack should be online, and Slick will try and track down contact with MHS.
Right.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh,
good.
and Messiah can look into the angle with the.
Messiah will have an angle in the guy that you guys are going to rescue or extract. He's the actual whistleblower itself. So
Right.
Oh, so then I definitely have contacts
Right.
within that community. So yeah,
yeah. So
I'll probably ask my gang.
all right. So let's see. Who do we do first? Slick Will. Let's do you first. So what you can probably do is that I don't think that this would even go into a contact really, because yeah, you would probably have to go to a contact for these guys for this. Alright, so declare a contact to me. Like, who do you know who would have this kind of information that you need?
Alright. So when Slick worked as a lawyer at MHS in one of their big offices, they like to make sure that their lawyers don't get shot. So they keep some security guys around.
Yeah.
So Will has made friends with Barney the security guard.
Nice.
This is good.
Excellent. Make sure and put them in your sheet when you get a moment under contact.
Mm-hmm. Barney the MHS security guard, because of course this guy, he talks to the rest of the guards. He might know something has been up recently.
Yeah.
You bring him coffee whenever you swing by. Hey, Barney, how's it going? How are the kids?
Yeah, indeed. So, so where do you normally go to check up on Barney? Do you know his favorite bar or something?
I think I just call him up like, hey man, you want to meet up?
Yeah, excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, he's there. He's just off his shift and he's looking to unwind. So he says, well, where do you wanna go? You wanna get something to eat or something to drink, or you wanna watch the gills or what?
Let's go to Starbucks.
Nice.
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
It's the Starbucks Jack in the Box.
Oh, I love it.
Oh yeah, definitely. So yeah,
With the Jack.
yeah. So when you get down there, I think he probably doesn't. He doesn't come too much after you. Like, you guys pretty much almost end up there the same place. He's still in his uniform and stuff, but he's off the clock now. He comes in and he raises like 2 fingers to the waitress, because the waitress there knows him. And he often stops by on his way afterward. Calling for 2 instead of his normal 1. And he sits at the table with you and he says, "Man, it's been a long day. What have you been up to?"
Oh, private work's not exactly easy these days.
Private work. You're gonna get yourself shot one of these days. I keep telling you that.
Well, I mean, that's why I have the insurance. Wait, did I pay my insurance? uh, anyway, so things have been rough. Why is that?
And he says, well, there's been a bit of activity around the security section. As they got some of those specialist guys running around in the city.
Oh yeah, Spec Ops, huh?
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't ask questions, and they forget I'm alive, and I'm happy both ways.
Yeah. Let me just press that roll button.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. So this is this is Hit the Streets, is it?
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah. Cool. So 3 and 5, you guys are rolling really well.
Yeah.
When
They
when
treat you like you're not even there, huh?
and he says, "Oh yeah, but I mean, you know, given how they treat people who they know are there, I'm not so sure that's a bad thing. Especially these guys from the security sector. They're not usually around, but they got called into to this sector of the city yesterday for like a really rushed job, and they've been trampling all over our little security office."
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So,
So,
you know.
yeah, what options and like what questions do you have? Let me see what I can give you here for your 10.
Would this be? Do I just pick a question from the research list, or I don't know? I just...
Well, in terms of, because it's Hit the Streets, I think like his information is pretty much going to cover a lot of what you want. So like, tell me what you're interested in finding out first, and let me know. Let me see. I should be able to just give you that with this rule, I think. But give me the options for the Hit the Streets rule, and then we'll see if that costs you anything.
So I'm looking at it. So Hit the Street is you get what you want on a 7 or above.
Yeah.
And then there's complications if you get 7 to 9, but you get something extra. So you get what you want and you get a little something extra. So intel or gear.
Yeah.
On a 10 plus.
So obviously we want to find where this guy is. Maybe they've they might have had some offhand comments about the proper security. Where he's being held.
Maybe they made him bring them coffee.
Okay, so you want to get more information on like where they are headed, or something like that, or where they are deployed?
So my impression of what you've said is that they did the job already. They grabbed the guy.
Yeah.
So now there's just a question of where they're holding him. If they would have blabbed about that.
Okay.
Right. That's directly what I'm looking for.
All right, great, no problem at all. So let me just 1, 2, 3 Hit the Streets. Just for future reference, I'm just copying the Hit the Streets rule into Discord, because the others will probably have to do that as well.
Can you just drag like PDF files into Discord or no?
You can.
Yes. One.
Because I have the MC.
The MC
I have
sheets, yes,
the
is something
move
that you guys should have.
PDF. Yeah. Here, I'll just drag that over there.
Right. The MC sheets have everything basically. So, right, you're gonna get some good information out of this, and you also you can choose an intel or a gear, and that will apply to you specifically.
So we got a gear. I think now would be a good time to get. This feels like an intel.
Yeah. No
Yeah,
problem
I think
at
that's a
all.
good idea.
So what he tells you is that, of course, MHS has a lot of operations going on, a lot of different, projects and cases and so on. And when it comes down to strong arming people, they have their security department that does that, which are these guys he's talking about. And what they do, as you said, you know, it's kind of a Black Ops kind of setup. But they have like squads, different squads, and they'll call in for a squad for this case, a squad for this person, a squad for that, and whatever. The squads in his sector, the reason why he hates it when they are called in is because the drop houses, the safe houses that they use for their mission are right around where his security division is. So there's 3 safe houses there. And he wouldn't know exactly the details of it, but it's one of 3 locations. And you'll know the location, so it'll just be a matter of narrowing it down from there. So you, depending on what the others find, you'll be able to get some more details on that.
Right. So after you know, he's finishes up, thanks Barney for his time, pays for the meal, and he heads back, and he will circle everybody in on the possible locations of these squads.
Yeah. I was supposed to charge you for that, but that's fine. All right, so so you get some pretty good information there, and you get some intel. So let's look at the apartment. I think is going to be a big
motel.
Yeah, the motel. Sorry. So Dodge, you find the place, no problem. There's no security or so on, because as I said, it's a dump. You know, you have addicts passed out in the hallway, that kind of thing. The door is not locked. And you go in there and you look around, and the place is trashed. It's like they were looking for something, or maybe they didn't find him right away, or something, or maybe there was a struggle. What you can do is, so like, what is there anything particular you would be looking for? Because I'm looking at guiding you towards an assess roll here.
Yeah, I mean, so I think I would just sort of do the look for clues, or you know, the thing that makes the most sense is that, like, he uses his action CSI brain. He's like, well, what happened here?
Yeah,
they came in through the door, and he was in John. You know, like,
Yeah.
so that's what.
There's a flashback of him sitting on the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely reading this Cyber Tuesdays magazine.
Yeah. Do you have a playbook move that helps with that, or is it a standard assessment?
No, I don't. It would just be a straight. I mean, just looking across the moves.
Yeah.
I think the assess would be what it is if you think that's the right thing.
Yeah, assess fits. So you can go ahead and give me a roll for that then. Let's see what you can find.
All right. We need our first failure, right? So let me.
I need your first failure. Oh, 9. All right, so that's good. So you do get one intel, is it? I believe. Let me make sure.
Yeah, 1 intel.
All right. Cool.
Or no. I gain a hold.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I just spend it, right? So I just get 1 of the questions, right?
Yeah. So you can ask that now, or you can ask that later on. Your choice.
All right. You know what? I want to. I'm just going to read these out to everybody.
Yeah.
And we can chat about it. So, what potential complication do I need to be wary of? What do I notice despite an effort to conceal it? I'm very interested in.
Mm-hmm.
How is blank vulnerable to me? That's also interesting. How can I avoid trouble or hide here? I'm not interested in that. What is the best way in? That one doesn't really count. Where can I gain the most advantage? What is my biggest threat in this situation? Or who and what is in control here? And the way I understand it is it's limited to, like, the space I'm in. So, like, things like who's in control here and the threat are not really good options. I mean, like, unless...
Well, I usually extend it to mean any information that you would reasonably have gotten by looking around this place.
Okay,
so,
okay,
yeah.
Cool.
So it can be extended, but I do understand that you wouldn't really get much by choosing that question here.
Right. I mean, so I'll tell you, I automatically always am interested in what do I notice despite an effort to conceal it.
That's a good choice, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. What I think would be cool would be a hidden camera, whether put by Rainier himself to capture the footage, or put there by MHS that is broadcasting back. To
Whatever it is, I think that makes me want to choose what do I notice is despite an effort to conceal it.
Out of character, if he had failed, there would have been a camera that saw him, which would run up the Lego clock. So there wouldn't be a camera here, but there is something that you find. They tossed the apartment, and he wasn't in the apartment itself. They found him in the toilet because he got scared, and that was like the only place he could run to. And there was a little bit of a struggle in there, like the lid is off of the toilet and that sort of thing. Toilet paper roll has been smacked around the place, so it looks like Halloween. On the ground behind the toilet, you find a badge that while Rainier was struggling and just trying not to get manhandled, he ripped the insignia off of the uniform. Now, each of these squads, remember I said there are multiple squads. Each of these squads has their own little insignia. So it'll be like Whiskey Squad or Hotel Squad, Lima Squad, that kind of thing. This is Lima Squad. So you know exactly which squad took him.
Okay, so he gets his. Do we have phones? Like, what's the future phone situation? Do I touch my ear and like stuff happens, or is it like a thing in my hand?
I'm gonna say that's entirely up to you guys, because each of you a smartphone, especially like an embedded smartphone, is like technology that most people would have. So you guys have that. The reason why this information is important is because different squads use different safe houses. So, off the bat, you wouldn't know offhand which particular one Lima uses. But since you know it's Lima, it's a lead you can follow, which I think we will go to Messiah 9 after and see if he can narrow it down. But before we do that, you wanted to contact the other guys and update everyone?
Oh, no, I was just going to do like a throw to someone else. But if we're going to Messiah 9 next, that's... Yeah, so he let's see. Would he have a flip phone? No, he would have the futuristic thing. So he like pushes, the back corner of his cheek to open a call, and like, he goes through the menus and he's like, I gotta organize this stuff. and he scrolls down to one that says Big Jesus. And then I clicks it and it calls Messiah 9.
Yeah, excellent.
Hey, Big Buddha.
It's Messiah.
Yeah, right. I got some information maybe you can take to your cuckoos, because maybe they got those Cocoa Puffs. But I'm sending you a picture now. And so he sends him like a digital scan of the.
Which cyberware did you have again, Dodge?
He has the targeting suite.
So I assume you could probably just take a picture with your eye or something.
Yeah. No. So I guess he does have a phone then, right? Because you wouldn't have a camera even if you had the thing.
Yeah.
So he takes out his sweet flip phone and takes a picture of it.
Yeah.
How does this thing work? And then he sends it to him.
Your targeting suite would of course involve optics, because you can't target if you can't see. So you would have some built-in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you could probably just blink and take a picture of it or something.
Well, I mean, those blind robo-monks, they can target what they can't see.
Well, it's up to you. You decide how that manifests.
Yeah, he just kind of like does a quick blink and takes a picture of it.
Yeah.
And sends it. But obviously, so just so it doesn't, infringe on cyber eyes, because those are cool, and if someone gets them, you shouldn't be able to just for free do what they do. No, he takes out a phone. So the targeting suite is just like, let's just say it's, just his mind-body, like his eye-body connection that makes him really good at shooting, but it doesn't do anything practical other than that.
Okay.
So so he takes out a phone, it has a camera, and he takes a picture and like sends it to him.
All right, cool. So Messiah 9, you get this picture, and you know that these are the guys who you're looking for. Now you would be aware that this is an MHS insignia, but you would need to find the person in your group who who focuses on MHS? Because within your group, I assume you would have like people who kind of focus on different ones. So you have a guy who's keeping an eye on MHS. Yeah.
Splits them up into like, you guys focus on this, you guys focus on that.
Yeah. Very good.
So I think within her group, she has someone really big in with the law, or not big with the law, but knows a lot about the law firms and shit.
Yeah,
because those are a big can be a big target.
Yeah.
And so she goes to, hold up. Let's call Leon. And I guess they're kind of just another member. Not really anything specific about them.
Oh, do you guys have like code names?
Probably.
Alright, cool. So like in your contacts list, you just put down like what their code name is, so that because like later on in future missions, you might end up coming to the same person. So
they're definitely going to turn on you, 100%.
Yeah. So the idea is that you can only declare one contact per session. So, but sometimes you need more than one contact. So usually what will happen then is that you need to keep record of the contacts you declare, so that in future missions you can go back to them without needing to redeclare them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So for instance, Barney is on Slick's list. So if Barney goes to if Slick goes to Barney next mission, that does not count as declaring a contact, and he can declare someone else additionally.
But there's also all kinds of cool complications of screwing over your contact, or like, you have a ongoing relationship with them that can turn them into a threat or more of an ally or something like that. So
yeah,
it's fun.
All right, so so you can go ahead and. So do you have like a code name that you could probably use to refer to that one?
So I think within her contacts, she probably just has him as law firm guy.
Yeah. Okay, cool. yeah, that's cool. So so how do you contact this person, and where do you guys meet up?
So I don't know if, I guess they'd probably be hanging out in some, as like a main base, maybe some bitty old like warehouse that no one uses because it's in like the worst part of the city.
Yeah.
So that's where
they're playing the Cure.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No, not.
Not the Cure. It's more punk rock than that, right?
It's way more punk rock.
Yeah, the Clash.
There you
Clash.
There you go.
All right, so you go over there, and what's it like? Are there usually multiple members there, or do you guys only go there when you have to do like updates and exchange information, that kind of thing?
Nah, like it's probably like not busy, but it's certainly people hanging around.
Cool.
It's only 10 people, so...
Yeah. So it's like a little clubhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you go there, and you, this guy will be there, of course. I think he'll probably be looking for you, actually. Because of the MHS activity lately. So, like, what do you...
Alright.
Yeah, what do you say to him?
So... Hold up. I originally was going to do some sort of stupid accent, but I can't do it.
Mine's coming up.
Yeah.
So I kind of like go, all right, so I need information right here, right now. We're doing something with the MH motherfuckers.
Yeah. And so, yeah, he says, MHS, they've been really busy today. I don't know what happened, but somebody has their panties in a bunch. Give me the hit the streets roll. and let's see what he was able to get. Basically,
what is that?
That is
that's
edge. Yeah, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, the character sheet has a
edge
nice list
or
of stuff if you go to the top.
Sorry. It's style. Yeah, it's style. Woo! You guys are doing well. I was supposed to charge Slick for the information, but I think I forgot to. Usually, when even on success, everything costs something in the Sprawl. So even when you get this thing, it still costs you something. But I think for now, we can probably belay that, because this is information that you guys kind of are privy to, so to speak. So he has the information for you. Let me take a look at it quickly. What are the options for it? Yeah. Okay. So you also will get to choose either intel or gear. Right. So here's what's going to happen. You are going to get, and again, this may seem like it's going really smoothly, but it's only because you guys keep rolling 10s. You guys, you seriously, is like you guys are supposed to have like a lot of trouble.
It's true. It's usually on fire by now.
Yeah.
We would just have to do the mission because we're halfway through the mission clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy so far.
So this would actually tell you which safe house it is that they are using, because when he this guy, the lawyer guy, he has been watching MHS for a while, so that he's kind of familiar with the squads that are operating in this area. And he says that there was some activity. We should give this place a name. House.
What was the group's name again? It was the something Revolution.
What?
The Molotov.
Molotov.
No, the Espresso Revolution are those other jerk offs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guys that I
those
over.
are people we don't like and regularly attack.
You could call it the Casbah because of the
Or
class
the-
on
Yes,
Rocky
yes.
Casbah.
Or the Molotov act.
The Casbah, I'll use that name for the safe house.
The guy that runs the safe house is constantly doing the Rock impressions.
Yeah.
The dude who actually owns the place. I don't know. Why would I own it? I don't believe in money.
Yeah. So
It's owned by the community.
Yeah, it's not Kickstarter. It's a open source.
Crowdfunded.
That's the word. Crowdfunded.
The one I was asking for is I wanted to put a name to the safe house that Lima Squad is using. So like, what do you think, Casbah? Give me a name for like a cheap motel or like a really low rent apartment building that's only like 3 stories or something.
Sunny Dream.
Peachtree Palace.
That's it.
Peachtree Palace. Terrible Vegas names.
Yeah. So it's 3, 4, 5. Let's say 5. So it's like 5 stories up. So yeah, he tells you that he hasn't heard much from LMNOP. He hasn't heard much from he hasn't seen any activity from Mike's squad or November squad, but he's Lima squad has been activated, and they've so they are usually operating out of Peachtree Palace, and he saw them going in there with their vehicles and so on. So like something's up.
Something's way up.
Yeah.
I don't fucking like.
So he gives you intel. Or what do you choose? Intel or gear or?
I think maybe gear actually.
All right. So you will have a gear that's specific to you that you can pull out if things go wrong. You can have like a tool or something that gets you out of trouble.
I have an idea, but I'll wait till we need it.
Oh, the best gear is the one you never need to use.
Oh no! I hope to use it.
Yeah.
Violent.
The Rhino comes back.
I get XP for violence.
Yeah. Oh, nice. All right. I'll see if I can. I'll see if I can oblige you.
Right. But the directives are if you could do it peacefully, right?
No.
So that's the tricky
No.
thing. You have to
As long as we
sabotage
get the guy.
Yeah, he doesn't care whether or not the dude dies. Well, no. He cares if the dude
he
dies. He
does.
doesn't care if the Lima guys die.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know, they're all
Exactly.
corporate goons to him.
Yeah.
They're
The
all
only one
corporates.
that's important is Rainier. He needs Rainier alive and able to talk.
Hold up, I haven't. This probably won't work. Would maybe. Never
What do you
mind.
got?
I was gonna say that move requires more. I was gonna use vision thing.
Use what were sorry, what is the what is the move?
Vision thing. Hold up, I'll broadcast it.
Oh, the one of the holes you were talking about?
This one. I was looking at that because that's I get benefits from that.
Oh, right. So that is I think that would count for people outside of your group.
Yeah.
So it's like
That's what I was
recruiting
like-
basically when you're recruiting. That's that comes in.
Yeah, it's like if there's a doorman and you're like, "Come on, dude, damn the man," and he's on your side, right, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, this guy's already drunk the lemonade.
Yeah, exactly.
He's already had a sip of the Kool-Aid.
Yes.
Yeah.
But here's something for you. You guys have one person on the team who can check out that building, Peachtree Palace, to find out what kind of security and what kind of measures you guys are going to be up against. And you do have when you call him, you can slip in a little propaganda there.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right.
So that's
Well, I'll
Whiskey
have to-
Jack. He's the one who
I send the information to the rest via com.
Slick sends a little hollow gif of somebody doing a fist bump.
So who do you contact Whiskey Jack to have him scope out the place in the Matrix?
I guess.
Smiley face gun.
Fucking millennial.
The happiest gun in the world.
Nerd emoji gun, person with their arms crossed, like, no.
You just get back.
Kitty
fucking
whiskers.
Wait, what year is this?
Eggplant emoji.
What year is this?
Oh boy.
What was the year I had said? I think I rolled some dice for it. It was
Oh shit!
way up.
Whoa.
2348. I rolled a deep 10,000. Holy crap!
Yeah.
Oh!
That's the actual code he's going to use on his cyber deck.
There you go.
He's just RPing so hard. He's like, I typed all this.
Into
Sorry,
it,
that's
guys.
not his voice. I typed all this, y'all.
Oh! Special
You
move.
didn't know?
Impressions.
That's his impression. That's his voice.
That's going.
No, sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
that
I don't
is
wanna
that
ruin
was
your
the
voice.
plan. No, that was the plan.
I was originally going to do a Boston accent. Because
He doesn't have an enter key. He has a yeehaw key.
Oh man.
Just anytime I hit the enter key, it just says roll tide.
Oh my.
He has super glued stirrups to his laptop.
Oh man, that's bad. I would do that.
Yeah.
fucking.
So Whiskey, Messiah, do you, what do you send to Whiskey? Because he'll need to have a target to scope out, so to speak.
So I tell him that there's been a lot of activity around Peach Palace or whatever.
Right.
Peachtree Palace, that's the one.
Peachtree Palace. Well, I ain't never been there.
Imagine someone from Boston trying to pronounce that.
Yeah.
Peachtree.
No.
That's
Going to fucking Peachtree Palace. Oh, that's oh god, that was wrong.
I'm originally from Georgia, and every single thing is named after peaches.
It's true. I live in Atlanta. It's all peach trees.
Yeah, take
I don't
a
know.
left on Peachtree Avenue, down Peachtree Boulevard to Peachtree Street, round Peachtree Corner
It's true.
to the Peachtree House.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, so Whiskey Jack, you have an opportunity here where you can do a matrix run, technically a matrix run, to kind of scope out the what you guys will be coming up against. Now, how this works is you can do in the matrix, you can do research and I think assess. Let me get the particular page without actually logging in and doing matrix moves. So it'll give you like basic information. It gives you specific information actually. So 1 second. Matrix geography. Chicks look like.
Is this the research move you're talking about?
Yeah, it's the
Oh, my
standard,
program.
The standard
So the
matrix
ins-
move can be done in the matrix without logging in.
Oh, okay.
Other damage, other dangers in the matrix, representations, subsystems. I kind of need to find it because I'll refer to it often. Reflect every aspect of.
Here we go.
I think it's page 150.
150.
Page 150.
Yeah.
That's a one.
You're talking about just doing a roll without putting myself at risk, basically.
Yeah. You get you get limited. You get less information than a matrix run, but yeah, there is no risk. It's basically the same level of research that anyone else would do.
Well, since we're in this group text chat, I kind of know everything that these guys have found out already. We know that it's the Lima group in their safe houses, Peachtree Palace. So I'm basically.
So
yeah, but no.
could he just do the research move and just? I mean that's a different move, I guess, but.
So here's what I want to do. I don't want to take a safe route. I want to try to hack into the
that's
Peachtree Palace's. Maybe see if they have security cameras or something. Verify he's there.
yeah, no problem at all. Just give me 1 second. The reason why I want to share this is because it's something that will come up in future.
Okay.
And it's an option for you. Because this is actually how it's supposed to be done. You do this to find out information about Peachtree Systems matrix presence. It tells you what kind of ice they have, what kind of encryption, security, that kind of thing. So it's matrix related, not real world related.
Login gates.
You try to distract. Why is that?
I think I have the PDF, so page 150 just took me like somewhere super random.
Oh, it's the chapter 8 is the matrix. So
Okay.
Yeah, so it's somewhere in there.
I think I can find that.
Visual terminals, user security. Oh, maybe it's in the MC notes for the hacker. Let me check that.
Oh boy, I'm glad I didn't become a hacker. Look at that.
Right, hackers in the Sprawl.
Yeah, hackers is
always
way more
screwed up.
complicated.
Alright, so in the PDF, it's page 83. Which is hackers in the Sprawl. Is it here?
That's
That
different.
took me to Fixer. Ugh. I think I just have a different version than.
It took me totally somewhere weird. Structure of a mission.
Everything is controlled by...
Alright, but it's chapter 8. I can find chapter 8.
Yeah, chapter 8,
I can do this.
Yeah, we can do this.
Well,
And you
chapter
can-
8 is
here.
advancement.
No. Chapter 7 should be advancement.
Chapter 9 is the Matrix on mine.
Which playbook versions are you guys using?
I guess 0.2 looks old.
Oh right, the one I'm using is 1.0, I think.
Oh, I'm using 1.1.
Right, yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, let me just. So, okay.
What does the matrix look like? Matrix.
Sorry, my file doesn't have a. Oh, here we go. The matrix.
Yeah. I'm seeing
users must be accessing a particular system to activate the routines in that system. So
yeah. Alerts and trees.
Can move freely between the systems. They have to make moves to avoid raising alarms.
Ugh, if I don't find this right away, I'm gonna have to check on it later.
Well,
right,
you know, the problem. I know the thing is, I realize it's tricky because, well.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's just research.
Yeah.
Yeah. So under matrix moves, it just says use research to investigate the secure systems before you attempt to log in. So
right,
if you wanna,
that's the point. Yeah, that's where I was getting it at.
Yeah. Okay. So he just does research as the move then.
Yeah. And what that does is it kind of prepares you, the hacker, for your matrix run. It kind of tells you what kind of security you're going to be up against, that kind of thing.
Research is used for investigating systems, locating hidden systems, and finding backdoor systems.
Right.
If you don't have data in storage, you don't get to add your stat.
Compromise security, manipulate systems, cyber decks.
So I need to roll research on the systems themselves before I can.
No, you don't need to. But I was saying that it's something that you can do. No, as you said, you can just dive straight in. So if you want to do that, no problem at all. However, what I would suggest is that if you want to do that, have your team ready to go into the building, because if they discover you, they may not stick around.
Well, if
so, the matrix moves are meant to be used like while you're on mission, except for the research one. But another thing you could do is just do the research move, like the base move research. Which lets you you surf the net and use databases and stuff like that, but you're not like hacking the building that we are going into, right? So it's like different things.
All right, I found it. Let me just copy and paste it. So it's research and assess that can be used, and they give you kind of specific things. Copy, paste. Right, so research, use research to investigate secure systems before you attempt to log in, to locate hidden systems and find backdoors to systems. Assess, scouts the system for ICE, and you can examine unencrypted data streams, like non-important information. And to look for signs of a human counter-hacker. So depending on which of those bits of information you want, you can choose to do research or assess.
Oh, okay, I see.
But as I said, if you choose to log in now, that's cool. It's okay. But if it goes badly, it's advisable to have your team on the ground to kind of do physical intervention. Because if you you know,
maybe we should just say that we're set for the mission, but we don't start it. Like if we just start, if that goes badly. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The way that the roles work in PBTA is, success, but, and then failure with constant, all those. Mm-hmm. So what is the benefit of making more roles? Because in this system, the fewer rolls, the better. Every roll I make, I'm risking some disaster, right?
Yeah, but in terms of this, in terms of this
The
particular
consequence.
one,
Yeah.
there are
Go
things
ahead.
that you will always. It's like he was saying in the beginning. There's minimum things you need to do the mission. Like you could not have done the mission without knowing where the guy was.
Okay.
That kind of thing. If you guys go in now without a matrix run, you guys will be making a lot more rules because you will be encountering security systems step by step by step by step.
Okay. All right. Well.
Yeah,
All right,
and
well,
we
I-
have plenty of room on the legwork clock too. So literally, I mean, you could totally bone this, and it wouldn't be terrible,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
it's it's the kind of thing where if we had 3 or 4 ticks, we'll just go in, and then you hack during the mission, and then we hope for a few failures.
I mean, I'm gonna do this regardless of the answer. But for example, if I was in the Matrix already and I rolled some terrible failure, I'd probably be discovered by ICE or something. If I'm just trying to determine. So if I'm not in the Matrix and I roll a failure on like researching the systems, what kind of consequence would that be? It'd be a less severe one, right?
No, you would be in the Matrix, but you wouldn't be in the building systems.
No, so you get the. I mean, I think in that case you just revert back to the regular move,
Yeah,
which is
exactly.
it's
Which is
basically
like
a research or an assess, and so then the MC makes a move.
Yeah.
You still get your answer actually with research.
Yeah.
So you still would know. Oh, there's like this kind of ice, and there's these kind of security systems.
Yeah.
But then some, the MC does something like raises a clock, or
if I'm
you get
in,
noticed,
if I'm
or something like that.
Yeah.
if I'm jacked in the Matrix.
Well, you're not jacked in because jacked in is like a separate thing, right? Like
Jacking
you only
is
do that when you are doing the mission.
Yeah. Jacking is when you
Okay.
hack into the building, into the building systems in areas that you are not allowed to go. Being in the Matrix normally is like browsing the internet now. You open up web pages, you go to the corporate website, and they have like a public facing page that says welcome to McElroy and Hitchcock, would you like, or welcome to Peachtree Palace, would you like to make a reservation, that kind of thing. Without jacking in, you are in the public space of the Matrix. Jacking in is going behind that and hacking into the areas where you are not supposed to be.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, either
So
way.
the legwork stuff is all outside of the restricted spaces.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless there's a operation to do it or something, right? But that is a more complicated mission structure. So
Yeah.
I've got to run for like 5-7 minutes. I'll be right back.
Yeah, okay. So what do you want to do? You want to do a research on this or an assess, or do you guys want to try to breach the building straight away?
Well, I'm gonna research it.
Sure.
I imagine that Whiskey Jack was sitting in the back of the same place that Slick went to. Didn't even notice him. He's just forcing food down his face.
Yeah.
Got a hamburger in one hand, a super gulp next to him, and a mocha chai frappe latte while he's sitting on the proud General Lee, his cyber deck.
Yeah.
And so I want to roll research, or I want to research the systems of Peachtree.
So what does your avatar look like?
My avatar.
Yeah. And remember, the Matrix doesn't follow the rules of physics and so on. So like, avatar could be something really weird.
So Whiskey Jack's avatar is a jackalope,
Nice.
and it's recognizable because I went back and changed it before I did anything. I took the rep
Yeah.
move, so this is a recognizable avatar to people in the know, I guess.
Right. Yeah. Cool. All right. Good. So the jackalope flies along the Matrix. For the most part, it kind of resembles the physical world. So like you go to the building along information pathways and so on. The building doesn't look the same as it would in the real world because it would be a matrix representation of the building systems and not so much the physical building. So this one would probably look like, let's say it looks like a pyramid, and at the top of the pyramid is the Illuminati eye that is constantly sending a beam of light down and scanning information around it. So it's, from the outset, it looks to be a system that is much more advanced than what you'd expect from an old rundown rental apartment building.
Yeah. Well, shit.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me that research as you poke around the outside of it.
Okay. Would my SIFT program come into play here and now?
No, it wouldn't.
Okay. I do not have a good mind, but that's okay. Oh wow.
Oh shit.
I knew that it would not be beneficial to me, but I intentionally took a low mind.
Oh my god.
This is gonna be the most boring video ever because I haven't gotten to do a thing to you guys.
I'm just trying to figure out how can we make even more money out of this because we've got the time.
Yeah. Well, actually, once you hack in there, to pursue your financial directive, you can, aside from doing your normal thing, you can also go searching for pay data, which is its own matrix move, and that fulfills your financial directive.
Yes, I definitely think that I would do that. As I'm typing away, my eyes would kind of drift towards the big digital money sign.
Yeah.
And go, oh, what's that?
I'm kicking myself for not wagering 3 right now.
So, I'll go ahead and tell you, assess is to scout for ice, but I don't mind. This thing will have red ice in it. As I've said, it's a lot more protection than this building needs.
Okay.
But you guys would not be surprised because you know that this is a secret safe house. It has a lot of open, like, open back doors that were walled over. Because again, the original building system was not complex. But of course you would have your standard security, you'd have surveillance cameras right throughout. Subsystems I think is covered by this. Yeah, is it? Hidden systems. Yeah, right. So there are biometric systems at certain levels in the building. There is a garage. So the building is shaped like a kind of a... It looks like a normal cube. So the cars drive in through the front and there's an inside courtyard, kind of an underground parking garage kind of area where the vehicles would be. And that is protected by...
This is the real physical building?
The real physical building, yeah.
Okay.
So you, what you are seeing is the security system for a parking garage. So you'll see like a biometric scanner to read the license plate and so on. So that tells you that there's a garage inside, that kind of thing. Retinal scans at a certain level, not the ground level, but the second level up. And I think that's pretty much what you can get from here without logging in. When you log in, you can do more detailed stuff, like you can find which rooms are using power, that kind of thing. But for now, yeah. But for now, you've gotten a kind of a glimpse of what systems are there. So you have security systems, biometric systems, that kind of thing.
What kind of security systems were they?
So
it was a biometric and did I hear a retinal scanner?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what do you call the one that scans an optical scan? I think. It's
for
like
an eye.
For the license plates for the vehicles. There's something that scans.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay, got it.
Right. So that way, only the Lima vehicles can enter the indoor garage.
Okay.
All right. So you've got a good glimpse, and that's what you use research for. That's how the hacker uses research.
Mm-hmm.
So I caught that there's 2 floors and there's a biometric scanner and a like physical scanner.
Yeah, there's like.
Can you just quickly give me the breakdown of the?
The building itself is like 5 floors, but the ground floor there's an entrance on the ground floor that leads to an inside garage. It's not an underground garage. The garage is contained inside of the building. Think of a horseshoe, and the garage is on the inside of the horseshoe.
Second floor was
and the building is
scanner?
U-shaped around it like that,
Yeah.
or
The building is U-shaped. The building is like a hollow cylinder, so to speak.
Mhm.
There's a courtyard on the inside.
So there was a license plate scanner in the garage, a retinal scanner on the second floor. Is that what you said?
Yeah, the second floor, because the first floor is like
And the biometric one.
the biometric one is on the third floor, I think it was. So as you go up, you have more security measures.
Okay. Well, I would like to see if I can infiltrate the cameras if they are present here. Or did I detect any sign of cameras?
Yeah, there are camera subsystems. So you are aware they're there, but you did not.
Yeah, I would like to do that. I'd like to see what they see.
Alright, so that is where we go into login and that kind of thing.
Okay.
Oh, but do you so what do you just go ahead, or do you let the other guys know first, or what's up?
Yeah, I sent that. Whatever I wrote here was meant to be in a text or something.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, nice,
Smiley
nice.
face gun.
Right, good. So go ahead and give me
So,
a login. Salt will rise.
Oh,
Okay, that is. What do I need to roll for that? That's
You
Wait,
I'm just jacked in.
So fictionally, shouldn't we like position ourselves nearby just in case we need to?
right?
Sure,
Well, he was supposed to kind of coordinate with you guys on that, so it's kind of
Right.
up to him whether he asks you guys to come in or whether he goes in alone. So that's why I was asking him if he communicates with you guys first.
So Dodge gets out his phone and he does a conference call because it's the future,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Cool.
And says, "What have we?" No, that's not the voice. What did I do? Okay.
That was
I did a sling blade, a little bit of a sling blade.
That's
Yeah.
blade.
So, some calls it a Kaiser blade. I call it. Whiskey. Let's. What if we case the joint for a little bit, look for a way in, see if we can't spoof a license plate and just drive on in there, or grab somebody.
Well,
Security.
yeah, that's what I'm doing, casing it.
Well, not everybody can case it from their living room.
Well, shit, that ain't my fault. You ain't know how to use a computer.
A computer.
I'm over here. trying to
Computer,
start a
2 words.
I'm over here trying to do
Well,
a
hell, I'll get over there then. And
Somewhere out in the real world, someone has that accent, and he's gonna be so pissed off at us.
We could try to swipe the key card off somebody. One of the workers.
Yeah, this is where all the multiple rules come in. Someone was asking, so it's like depending on which method you choose, a lot of rules are involved. So it's you don't usually do rules just for the hell of it. There are things that you do need to do. That's where the rules come in.
So, is there anybody like walking around who looks not important but looks like they would have access?
All right. So let's see. So we have some cool. We have parallel actions going on here. So we have this guy in the Matrix, and we have someone scoping it outside. So on the outside, you do see like the horseshoe part of the building on the first floor. The reason why that's not so secure is because that's for maintenance staff. So like you'll see people outside who there's one or two people who kind of come in. There's like cleaners and janitors, that kind of thing. There's a little office where they are, and on the side you'll see like a couple of them are there smoking. The hacker, give me the role for console cowboy. Anytime you log into a secure system, always remember to do that role. So you have to do mind, I think it's your role, which helps you a lot.
Why did I think that was? Oh, okay. Okay. Comes a bad roll. No. Wow.
All right. So that means you have 3 hold. I think what's it is? Yeah, which allow you to do certain things. So keep an eye on that. On the ground floor, you'll have the basic camera system. So let's do, if you want to take a look at that camera system, where is my MC sheet? MC, yeah, here we go. Cyberware conduct. Right, so manipulate systems is what you use when you access the different subsystems and make them do what you want. So for instance, if you want to get into the camera systems, that's a synth role for manipulate systems. Yeah, Whiskey Jack?
I'm sorry, I thought you were talking to them.
No, that's a synth roll.
Yeah.
I didn't hear what's going on. Sorry.
All right. So once you are in the system now, you do a move called log in, I believe it is.
Okay, let me find that in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a synth move.
Yeah.
Okay, just synth. Okay.
And then once you log in, then you can use manipulate systems to start to get to the cameras. Alright.
I'm sorry, I have to go AFK a second.
Oh yeah, no problem. Alright, so you are now logged in. And what that does is that gives you... I have a lot of files open. So you're in clean. Nobody has noticed that you have logged in. So now that you are in the system, if you want to access the cameras, you do a role to manipulate systems, which is also synth. Alright? Whiskey Jack?
Oh,
I'm back. Sorry. Oh, no, I'm I had something going on in real life. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I didn't catch that.
No, I just stepped back.
Okay, so all right. When you get around to that, you roll synth once more for the move called manipulate systems.
To hack into the camera.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
And again, you guys are flying. 7 and 2 is 9.
Yep.
9 does your thing.
Woof! That's one of the few where a 9 is not like bad news.
Yeah. 9. Manipulate systems on a 7 to 9, you gain 1 hold. Right, so that allows you to do one thing. And what that does is that you use that 1 hold to access the cameras and tap into their feed. Each action is 1 hold. So if you want to do anything more, you need to roll again to get more hold. That's how the matrix is navigated, so to speak.
So I do have access to some of them.
Yeah, you have access to the ground floor cameras. Each area you go to will require different rules. But for the ground floor cameras, you have access to them now by using that 1 hold that you got.
Okay. See anything of note?
Right. So, just as I was telling Dodge, you do see that it's mostly staff on this level.
Okay.
There's the parking attendant. There's mostly janitorial staff and cleaning staff, and you have like not exactly a caterer, but there is like kitchen staff on the other side of the horseshoe.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're asking if there's anyone walking around, so you and Dodge would be able to see that at the back of the building. Well, Dodge, where are you? At the front or at the back? Whiskey Jack, you can tell Dodge that there's people smoke. There's like two people smoking at the back of the building.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, I was muted. I had to yell at someone.
Yeah.
So
I say we shoot him.
Oh, a little early for that.
it is a little early for that. So
Alright, then just beat him.
I'm sorry, I had to step away for a second and muted my mic. So
I think you guys would be into the mission phase now because the first phase ended when you located Rainier. So you guys mark 1 XP and we will be on the mission clock now.
So so I know Whiskey Jack's on the Matrix. Who's on site? I know
I'm on site.
Okay.
So I mean, I assume we would all be on site for the mission, knowing that he was about to check in after he.
Yeah.
Unless someone just wants to not be.
I'm good. I'm good being on site. So.
Yeah, I think you guys would be here because this is like the final countdown, so to speak.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's 2 people at the back of the building. I think it's like the dishwasher and the cleaning lady. Dishwasher is trying to make some moves on her. I don't know.
So we want to get access to the room where Rainier is being held. We can get a key from them, right?
Yeah. So you have a couple options here. One, you can go to the back of the building and get the key cards from these people. Or I think the hacker can do some rules to let the building let you into the ground floor.
Well, I have with this, if say we went up and he fast talked the guys into getting the key, would that fulfill the prudent directive, resolving a situation without violence?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Are you sure? I have 2 edge. I could play hardball.
Yeah, well, it's always going to be like up to you whether you intend to use violence or whether you're just trying to fast talk them.
Well, except for edge, though, right? If they don't do what you want with edge, you have to do the threat, whatever it is that you threaten.
Yeah.
I can just get them with. I got 2 style. I can just hit them with fast talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can fast talk them, and if that doesn't work, we can threaten them.
Shoot them.
But yeah, but what's gonna raise more suspicion afterwards? Cowboy threatening these guys. That's gonna raise up the clock a little bit.
It won't be a cowboy.
Yeah, or just some guy coming in like, "Hey, I got locked out of my room. Could you?"
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
Guys, I love a disguise. I am a janitor.
Nice.
Where are we gonna find a janitor's outfit?
No outfit. This is the future. You just press a button. But I've been workshopping it at my improv class. I can do it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think you would have better luck pretending to be one of the bodyguards.
Yeah.
Fine. Nobody will ever see my range as long as I'm doing bodyguard.
I think like what would have had to happen for that is that I would have had to make you do a hit the streets to get.
I certainly don't like a
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Slick is gonna
Wait. You guys have the gear.
What gear?
Oh, that's true. We could spend a gear on that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we have like 2 security measures to get by.
We have to.
Maybe we save those.
All right.
Maybe
So
I see that sneaky MC like, hey, let's throw away your gear really early. That's a good idea.
Okay,
No,
so,
I intend to use that for a big finish.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
okay, so what countermeasure do we want to get through? Do we want to do we think that we can just have them walk us into Sanctum, more or less, or because now I'm thinking about they're behind multiple locked things. What do we think they will be able to get us past?
Well, I think you have to. I mean, you have to do the thing in this system, right? So you need to say, if you're fast talking, then you have to say what you want. And if what you want is like, oh, I'm one of you, like I'm on the staff, like walk me in, I forgot my ID. Then that's what you do.
Okay. I think he's gonna play up being some corporate guy staying over in the hotel. Like, oh, I got locked out of I don't have my card.
Corporate guy is good because you could have staff, right? So if you are staff, then why are there like 3 people, right?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Then again, man, how old is Messiah again?
What is Messiah Knight wearing, actually?
Well, I'm thinking I could play it off like, oh yeah, this is just my sister or something.
20s? I don't know if you've looked at the ref, but she does not have the same complexion as my friend.
Just slap her up and say that she's your entertainment.
It's gross, but that's exactly what would make sense.
Yeah. Think Sprawl, think duty.
Slick very carefully explains, Taya. Okay, so when I go in there, I am playing a role. None of what I am saying. Don't punch me.
No problem.
No. Look, Lady Jesus, here. I learned this in my improv class. Think dominatrix. You're gonna beat him up, right? Make the part your own.
I like this role.
Slick does not look happy about this, but he doesn't really have anything he can say against.
Come on, Slick. You look like a guy who would buy a woman.
Gee, thanks.
I meant that as a compliment.
I'm sure you did, and that's the most worrying thing of all.
See, the problem is you don't look like a complete capitalist dog, and that's why you don't fit in.
No. All right, and he sort of fixes up his suit a little bit, stands a little straighter. All right. Showtime, and he starts power walking in towards these guys, looking upset.
Yeah.
Like someone shat in his soup or something.
At first, it's actually really lucky for you because these guys are their first reaction is that they're kind of scared because you look like you are coming to fire them for being on a smoke break. So that does actually help you.
Oh no, middle management.
Yeah.
The worst thing in the cyberpunk future.
So what do you say to them?
Well, I'll roll for. Okay, so that's a 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's a 9.
Oh, 9.
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm awesome. Steps up and he says, "Oh God. All right, I got locked out of my room because one of you idiots messed something up. Can you get me to my room, please?
And make it snappy."
Yeah.
Room 119.
So like, they kind of scramble. It's like, he's trying to dig in his pockets while he has this cigarette. Do cigarettes still exist in this world? Yeah.
Of course they do.
For sure.
Yeah.
But are they like,
e-cigs? I think that depends on how rich or poor these people are.
Well, the anarchists definitely just smoke regular cigarettes, right? And I think everybody else is like, no, e-cigs.
They do Cuban cigars.
Yeah. So eventually, he starts to ask you, what's your name or something, but of course, you know, it's like you guys do manage to scare the shit out of this guy, so it's like he'll think about it afterwards, but for right now he just says okay, yes sir, and runs around to the front, and he swipes his key card. He swipes his key card and lets you guys in. When I say the front, it still counts as letting you in a backdoor service area, because once they go into the inner courtyard, that's where there's a staircase to go up to the upper levels. So it comes as it's as if you guys have bypassed the front door, which is good. But he, you know, at some point he is going to, like, after he lets you guys through, he does kind of check back on who you are. So oh, sorry, wrong clock. The mission clock will advance.
Oh no, the mission clock has advanced very slightly.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you say that, but there are like 4 things to get through and 3 failures, and you know, things become very exciting.
Yeah.
That's the thing about this game. Like, it really quickly explodes once you start having a couple of bad rolls.
Yeah, the difficulty isn't linear. It's really easy, really easy, really easy, really easy. Definitely fatal. Things are blowing up, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yep.
But you guys have gotten past the lower level, because once you're able to go through the service area, and you guys are into the inner courtyard. Now, what I would let you know is Whiskey Jack is aware that the cameras are monitoring the inner courtyard. So you guys can make a run for it. If does this count as anything? Yeah. All right. So the cameras on the inside are the kind that scan from side to side. So you have a choice here. You can make a run for it across the courtyard to the staircase, or you can have the hacker try to disable the cameras.
Slick does not run, except away from the danger.
You chose the perfect picture for your character. Honestly, you really did.
He has -1 cool.
Whiskey, I don't want to be a movie star or anything. Can you do something about these cameras?
Yeah, I don't think that'd be a problem.
Alright, so since you don't have any more hold, you do have to make the manipulate roll again.
I had 3 hold.
Did you get to...
No, you only had 1.
Yeah.
I had 3. No.
I think...
Yeah, you had 3 hold for Console Cowboy.
Yeah, somebody had 3 hold.
So no. So he got 3 hold for Console Cowboy, which he can use to buff any of his rolls. But he only got 1 on the manipulate systems. So he only got access to like, you can just look at the system. If he wants to disable it or erase the memory or something, he has to manipulate systems again.
Yeah.
But he could spend one of his Console Cowboy rolls to do it.
No, the Console Cowboy has specific things that it lets you do.
Oh no, you're right. It does. Sorry, I was reading the wrong whole thing.
Yeah. No, it's easy to get mixed up with different kinds of hold. There are a lot of different kinds of hold in this game. If you had gotten a 10, you would have 2 hold remaining, and you could use one of them for this. But since you only got 1 hold, you used it, and now you have to do another roll to get more hold.
Okay. Okay. So I guess I'm trying to temporarily disable the cameras?
Yeah, synth. You can do like you can stop their movement so that they don't look at the staircase.
Okay.
Yeah, different things like that. Or you can set the video to loop.
Ooh, buddy.
Wow.
Oh!
Say, all right, I think I got it, guys.
Oh dear God!
Oh, finally!
I think this is when. Yeah, I think this is when it goes bad.
Well, time for violence.
All right. So, what happens is that the the system ICE is activated. Now at this point, that's the only thing that happens. You had a very successful login roll. You got 10 plus, so ICE was not activated. So therefore, it activates now. And since it only activates now, it doesn't do anything right away. But your next failure, of course, is when it's going to start poking at you.
Okay.
All right. So, but you do get the cameras to do what you want.
Okay.
Oh crap! No, you don't. Do you get hold for it?
Well, he gets a hold, but no, he doesn't get hold. Right? It doesn't. Nothing happens. He just
nothing happens.
to
So
do it
ICE is
again.
activated. So you can try again. Oh, yeah.
What can he use his console cowboy hold on?
There's
Maybe
a
we
list.
can
So-
look at.
There's a list in
So
the
you can
chat.
prevent a construct from triggering an alarm. You can avoid an ICE routine against you, your deck, or programs, or you can increase your hold over comp. Oh, he can increase his manipulate systems by 1. So he could use it for the camera. He could have used it.
Activate a routine controlled by a system. Cancel a command given. Prevent a construct from triggering. Oh, he didn't include that. Okay, let me take a look at it because I don't think he included that in his description.
I'm looking at the Sprawl playbooks.
Yeah,
so,
the actual playbook itself.
and the third option is increase your hold over a system, and manipulated system. So he actually could have spent one of those hold to
He
fiddle with
just
the cameras
got-
instead of rolling.
He just got cocky. Is what happened.
Oh, okay, you're actually right. You increase your hold over compromised security systems by 1. So you could have actually dumped your console cowboy hold into manipulate systems if you wanted. So where did you get this list from in your console cowboy?
The book, but let me find it.
Because this is a different thing you have here.
Oh yeah, that is different. I mean, that's just in the character sheet though. So this character sheet may be from an older version of the book,
Let me see.
Find it.
right? Because the book has been updated twice since it came out.
Yeah.
Or it could be that it was miscopied from an older version of the playbook.
All we have to do
PDF?
is check the hacker playbook in the Midnight book and see what it says there, I think.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, increase. Okay.
Yeah.
I wish the table of contents worked on
Yeah.
this thing.
There, I found.
Instead, I get to do search for hacker and then just push forward a million times because
So-
it's cyberpunk.
So it's exactly as in the playbook. He can use it to increase his hold, which makes sense. Otherwise, it'd be very restricted in its use. So this text in your console cover on your character sheet, you'll just remember to change it. Okay, Whiskey Jack?
I just did.
Alright.
So are we keeping the roll? What happened there, and just moving forward, or are we
Yeah.
pulling back?
Yeah,
just keep-
Pretty sure.
We'll keep it.
Yeah, he just got a little cocky. He was like, "I don't need to. I can
Yeah.
get this."
Well, he could have chosen to keep his hold and use it, right? Just to save the hold to kill ice or something like that. But I mean,
Yeah. Mhm.
that's a totally legit thing to do is make the roll if it's your strong.
There we go.
That
I mean,
anyway, right?
I mean, hold's more of a narrative concept than an in-game one. Yeah.
So what he did is he tried to hack it, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Got it," but he's like, and then he used his hold,
No.
Yeah.
disables it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You guys don't need to see under the hood.
So you'll use the console cowboy hold, one of them, to handle the cameras. Red Ice is still active, but it hasn't done anything to you, so you're fine.
Okay.
And you guys make it across to the staircase. Now the staircase goes up to the second floor. The reason why it isn't an elevator is because the second floor is where you have the what was the second thing I told you guys? Biometrics? No, the retinal scanner. Alright. So the retinal scanner is pretty much just like an airport metal detector, something that you walk through, and there's one guard there. Alright?
Let's shoot him.
Yeah, so he has retinal access. You guys do not. So it will not open for you guys, but it will open for him. What do you do? How do you get past this?
I don't think he needs to be alive.
No.
No, not at all.
No, he doesn't.
I'm falling.
Just don't shoot in the head, and we should be all right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I say we kill him.
All right, no problem. So who takes this shot?
I'll do it.
All right, so that's mix it up.
All right. Let me do that. And I'll be right back. Hold on.
Mix it up. Yeah.
Just
That's
throw
nice.
a big bottle of wine at him.
What weapon do you
Oh,
use
yeah.
actually?
I was spending my hold too. One hold.
Oh.
So that's 3 and 1
Oh.
5 and 1 6. Can you use more than one hold at a time?
No.
It doesn't.
No.
No, a hold is worth +1 or if you're interfering, it's worth -2, but you can only use one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that sucks.
But what weapon did you use actually?
I used.
Oh, you
what
rolled
is it?
meat. Were you just fighting him, or?
Oh no. Yeah. I'm sorry. I meant to roll the other one. Mix it up, right?
Well, mix it up as meat.
Oh,
That
sorry,
is
mix
meat,
it up
yeah.
as meat,
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah. So what weapons do you have?
Where is it? It's a flechette. It's 3 harm, close, near, quick.
All right.
It's a pit.
Yeah. Cool. So that takes it to a 6. Someone can help.
Please help.
We would help by rolling links.
Yeah.
Oh, I know exactly. Yeah, Slick will roll links, and he's going to sort of wave like, "Hey, over here!" Like, sort of keeping up the "I need some help" thing, and
Yeah.
just distracting him for a moment. So I'll roll.
All right.
And pull my
7. Nice.
barely.
So-
Woo! Weak.
I
His
think,
voice cracks as he.
You are defeated in your results.
The voice cracks just as the guy gets shot.
So wait. So Slick says something to get his attention, is right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Masai 9 just like draws and shoots the guy.
Yeah.
All right, and so Dodge like flinches away and grabs his ear, and he's like, "Oh, son of a- I guess we're doing this now."
Yeah.
Wait, we were shooting the guy? I didn't know we were going to shoot the guy. I thought it was...
Me, that, the
I
fuck
think
do
that's
you-
baby Jesus' version of negotiation.
Oh my God, guys! Somebody on the camera just got Oh, that was you.
Yeah. All right. So what's gonna happen is that you guys do get the guy. The flechette roll. I was hoping that someone else would also shoot at him because of damage and armor and that kind of thing. But I think for the moment you guys will have him subdued. In the sense of for one, you got him by surprise because of the help. And the flechette does do a lot of damage to this guy. This guy does not have thermal plating. He had 2 armor, so he does get 1 harm. He doesn't die, but he is pretty badly hurt, so he's not going to be any more resistance to you guys.
Wait, so will he cooperate if we try to make him do stuff, or do we have to also?
No, he can't resist. So I don't think he has a choice. So you guys won't have to make another roll. Like you can physically just lift him and put his face to the scanner.
All right, so then I walk over and physically lift him and put his face to the scanner.
Yeah. The clock does go up because it is a 7. In the sense of this, you can hear his radio going off. Like somebody wants to know what happened down there.
Oh, can Slick talking to his
Please,
lady?
please do that.
Yeah.
It's the Han
good.
Solo moment. We're all good here.
Oh yeah, actually, if you roll
love
well on this, I'll actually take down the mission clock because that would make sense for it not to go up. So let's see what you do. That's a 8.
9.
8.
8. Okay. I'm not good at math.
8. I think it would stay because on an 8 it still goes up. But you guys have what some time?
Okay. Wait. So, in fact, under 8.
Yeah.
I mean, so you can imagine it like you said, it's fine in here, and instead of immediately sending somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
sound like Jimmy.
Yeah. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
God damn! One of my my belt blew out. Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. We gotta get better equipment, man. Click.
Yeah. But you guys are able to get through the retinal scanner. The reason why there's a retinal scanner here is because, well, the second floor is where the Lima squad stays. So they stay down here, and then the floors up above are where they take their targets, which is the reason for the different levels of security and the different hurdles. So you have some basic apartments down here, pretty, functional and that kind of thing. And at the end of the hall, there's a an elevator. So you guys can get to the elevator pretty easily. The elevator is what uses the biometric scanner to take you to the 3rd floor. So Whiskey Jack, you can do something to override that, and also you will probably want to check the 3rd floor to make sure it's clear when the doors open.
So yeah, I will do both those things.
All right. So let's see. This would be manipulate systems but this one will take a different role because it's a different section of the building systems.
All right. So that's
wait. So this is Whiskey, right?
Yeah.
He's doing this. So I have a link with him, and I'm going to assist by plugging in a little remote access thing.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah. Because so that would be a gear, I assume.
Wait. Do we want to spend a gear on this, or? So I don't want to. So there's one communal gear, and there's gear other people have. So I don't want to just go and spend it. Can I help without using a gear, or do I need to use a gear to do it?
I don't know if you have any equipment on you that can.
Could I read the serial code off of the scanner? It's a model 237.
I suppose
So
help, yeah.
So why can't we just use the guards? Just put his finger up or something.
a good point.
He is not Lima squad.
You guys just killed an innocent person.
He's not. What? He's not dead.
No, there's no you guys here.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
He's not dead. You're not dead, right, guy?
Yeah, Lima squad isn't put on guard duty. Lima squad is spec ops.
He's not dead?
No, he's not dead. But he doesn't have access to these up.
Let's keep quiet about this, okay? You probably won't lose your job.
You probably won't.
So we have maybe we have an override code. We have intel, right?
Oh, right.
Your
intel is what will help because the intel will give you a +1 to it.
Okay.
So if any of you have an intel, either personal or group, that you want to use, you can just give him the intel. Say, well, you got this override code.
I got intel, but that was the possible locations of the Black Ops people. So I would need extra intel.
No, hang on. Where did you get that intel from?
No, you got it from your contact plus because you rolled a 10.
Yeah, when I talked to Barney, that's the intel I got from there.
Right.
No. But you get an extra intel when you get a 10 in addition to the thing that you are wanting to get.
Really?
That's right?
You got information as well as intel asset.
Yeah.
So I have
you get what you want and a little something extra, intel or gear.
And I chose intel.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so you got what you want, and you also got an intel.
Right, so you just give him the override code, and what intel does is it gives a +1 to whatever roll. So the hacker now, with this intel, will manipulate systems at +1.
Yeah. Barney was talking about he had overheard one of the guards bad mouthing the security system and the these Inashiba things. They don't fucking work half the time.
Yeah. It's like
he uses the same password.
Didn't even think about that.
Alright, so that looks good. That's
10.
Ooh, a 10.
Right, so you get 3 hold.
Okay.
Alright, so what do? You disable the biometrics. And what do you do with the others? Do you scope the camera systems up on top?
Well, isn't the hold just for the biometric, or is it?
No, the manipulate systems gives you hold to use in this area, in whatever area you are in currently. So since you have 3 hold, you can do 3 things.
So that's the 2nd floor or something?
Yeah, that would be the 3rd floor.
Okay. Okay. Well then, yeah. Scan. So override the biometrics and then scan all the cameras on this floor.
Right. So
So that's 2 hold that I've used then.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So you will be able to do what you'll be able to do is that you'll see the view of the hallway where the elevator comes up. Where the elevator comes up, there's no one in front of the elevator directly, but down the hall and to the right as you go around the horseshoe, there's a room there with 2 Lima squad members standing in front of it.
So, fellas, it looks like it's okay once you get off the elevator, but then there's a squad down the hall around the corner. Whole squad.
Squad? What do you mean, squad?
Well, like a gathering, a flock.
Can we have
fuckers.
Can we have a number? We have a number?
1, 2, 3. How many is it?
You see 2 of them outside of the room. But I think Messiah 9 would know. Messiah 9, you got intel as well, or did you get gear?
Yeah, I got gear. That's what I got.
All right.
All I was told is that
it's a bomb. Secrets.
It's a grenade you can throw at these people and just hit them all in one shot.
Dodge.
I'll have you know it's a Molotov.
Dodge,
of course.
Dodge, did you get intel as well?
No, I didn't get intel.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Let me check.
Until we're on our way out and burn the place down.
Oh, you know what I got was oh no.
I think what's gonna happen is that to know exactly how many of them there are, one of you is probably gonna have to get a closer look.
I'll go take a look.
Yeah.
I can handle 2 hombres on my own.
I mean, I'm pretty good with a gun.
Why don't you both go and I'll stand back here?
So can I use
always your plan, Slick?
If I can help it. I'm watching your rear.
I'm not here to pretend to be a whoremonger.
So you said
I would rather you not watch my rear.
Oh, don't worry, I'll be in front.
You said that there's 2 guys in the hall and they're in front of a door. Is that what I understood?
Yeah, they're guarding a particular room, a particular apartment.
I'd like to give him a link to help, and I'd like to sort of distract their attention by maybe making the door kind of open and close, or maybe, I guess it's probably not electronic, but the passcode scanner start beeping or fritzing out or something.
Oh yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Do links deplete as you use them, or
no, they don't.
Okay, cool.
So what you can do, Whiskey Jack, is that you can use I don't think I should make you use a hold for that. I think that's just something that would be covered by the help roll. So go ahead and do the help roll.
Which is links.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so nothing directly happens from the help interfere. But first of all, how are you guys going to approach the guards? Like, is it a walk up? So I'm trying to figure out what role you were going to do.
Oh, I was gonna do a ridiculous action slide and pieces.
Oh, so like straight up mix it up?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and give me that roll and let's see how this goes.
Okay. And because he rolled that, Whiskey is implicated in whatever negative consequences I have, right?
Yeah.
It makes it more fun that way.
Yeah, it does. I think I'm trying to figure out how this would.
Worst case scenario, I burn that gear.
So there's two of them. Are they regular or are they a small gang? I can't remember if you have to have 3 people to be a small gang, or if it's more than that, or less, or what.
There's a small, a medium, and a large.
Yeah. The squad itself would together.
Oh, a small gang is 5 to 10.
Right. So the squad
so
is a small gang.
Okay.
But
these two guys are not a small gang, right?
Yeah, they are not a small gang.
Awesome.
It takes 3 to be a crowd.
Okay. Well, it takes 5, I think, if I'm looking at the right.
Well,
rule.
I'm
But,
you know, the phrase. No.
Yeah. Well, it just changes their armor and stuff like that.
Mm.
And I took mil-spec, which means I am a small gang by myself.
Very good.
It's a one-man army.
Yeah. What weapon are you using? Or like?
Oh, Lucille, of course.
Nice.
So Dodge pulls out this ridiculous pistol. I mean, it is huge. And slides around the corner, and let's see what happens.
Damn.
So I don't know. I think there might be a puddle left because let's see. So I have a targeting suite also.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think that is an auto fire.
Could you just broadcast the targeting suite? Let me just see what it does. Because I think it gives you a plus to your roll as well.
It does. So
let me get the gun, Lucille.
Yeah,
Let me get the.
So the gun. Yeah, the gun is a pistol chassis, and then it has ridiculous payload,
I think,
which is breach and plus dangerous, which adds 1, and then because I have targeting suite, that's another +2, so it does 5.
Oh man!
Very good. Harm 5. Yeah. These guys are down. It's like, as you said, it's like a puddle.
Yeah, and automatic means it can do area of effect. So
ridiculous payload, breach, and dangerous. The only thing is that it made a lot of noise. But remember that you roll a 10. So because you rolled a 10, Whiskey Jack doesn't have to worry because there are no bad effects to be implicated in.
You rolled a 12.
Well, yeah. Well, a 10 plus, I mean. Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So no, but it's a good thing. If he had failed and he had gotten like damage or something, Whiskey Jack, you would also get something going on to you. But because he succeeded, you kind of escaped scot-free there.
So Dodge, what does this look like? How perfect action movie is this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's the coat goes behind him. He sort of does the like slide, the action slide, and it's just like the whole hallway is explosion, and it's just bullet holes everywhere.
That's freaking awesome!
And if they're wearing armor, it just like goes through them, and there's little pieces left.
Yeah.
He slides down the whole hallway, and at the end, right at the end, the gun goes click, and he's like, "Oh,
that soccer celebration advertisement that has the guy that slides on his knees and he just keeps sliding for like 3 minutes.
He just keeps going in circles. Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't get to hit you back. That's the thing about it.
And of course, at the end, he like blows the smoke off the barrel.
Yeah.
Right.
So you guys hear some you'll hear some activity in your room. You'll hear someone kind of yelling or screaming or something. So you guys can listen at the door to try and figure out who or what is inside, or you can go in or what. Like, what do you do next?
I think you should kick down the door.
I'm kicking down the door for sure. I mean, you have to, right?
You don't end an action sequence like that and then spend seconds listening.
So I just shot up the area with breaching ammo. Do I need to actually roll anything, or can I just say that door is Swiss cheese and just like kick it off its hinges?
Whiskey Jack will have to open the door for you.
Ooh.
Yeah. But I think that's just like a hold, right?
I have another hold.
Yeah. So Whiskey Jack, you just see the security lock change from red to green, and the door that's kind of like, it comes back from the jam an inch, and you can just kick it in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do that, and I try to do it fast enough that no one notices that he unlocked. Like I just kicked an armored door down by myself.
Well, I assume you guys coordinated is like 3, 2, 1. Yeah. So, now, when you bust in, the guy you are looking for, he's tied to a chair, and there's 2 people who were interrogating him, and
I'm shooting.
Yeah, and the 2 people who were interrogating him and the chair were kind of further back in the room, and then near to the front of the room where there's like a couch and sofa and thing, there were the 3 other members of Lima Squad, and so they are ready for you. They are going to fire. So you guys are going to
mix it up, or
let me see. I'm trying to figure out if you have to. Right. So I think it's straight up.
Oh, what is it?
Yeah, I think you just straight up take the harm, do you?
Take harm?
The harm move is what I'm looking for. Right, here we go. When you suffer harm. Oh no, they can't just harm you just like that. So
yeah, they can't, right?
No. So but they will draw, and they will try to get at you. So do you like mix it up, or do you take cover?
Oh, I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna mix it up for sure.
Yeah, so let's see how that plays out.
Literally what I'm here for.
Yeah, indeed.
Forward.
That gun is really amazing. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see how the roll goes, and then we'll see how amazing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're good. So that's
Oh, but that wasn't me. That's me.
Oh shit.
Hang on. 6.
4 and 2 is 6. Someone can help. You guys all have weapons.
I don't have any. I have links with Messiah, but not with Dodge.
You can still help. You just would roll at 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
What's the most that we can add to his roll with a link?
Just one.
So we'd need.
No, if you add 1, it's a success.
Yeah.
So if there's a successful link roll, but you're implicated in the harm if you fail it.
I guess Slick can pull out his little tiny.
What's that scene? Is it from where everyone is like and they shoot and then one guy pulls out the pistol and it's like psh, psh. You remember that? What movie is that from?
It was Loaded Weapon, I think it was.
Is it? Yeah, maybe that's it.
Yeah, like the drug dealers were up in the building and they rained down ordnance on these cars, and then this one cop just comes out and pew.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm posting in Discord. This is his little gun.
The noisy cricket.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice. All right.
So I roll meat to mix it up.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he would roll links, right? If he's,
right, yeah, correct. Correct, my bad.
Okay, so I'd roll links with Messiah?
Yeah.
Right.
No, with dodge.
me.
I don't have links with dodge.
Yeah, you just roll +0,
Then
that's
you-
all.
Okay. Oh. It's listed as Messiah, but it is dodge.
Nice. Very good. So that's 9. So you do get a success there.
So go ahead.
Continue first. I just have to look at the move to see if I need to do anything. Right, you need to choose some options there.
Right. Let me look here. Let's see. You make too much noise. You take harm as established by the fiction. An ally takes harm, or something of value breaks. So good. So let's see. And I have to choose 2 of those.
I don't think something of value should be breaking.
So I'll take harm. That makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
And all right. How do we feel about the mission clock? I mean, I've been shooting a lot, but the mission clock is hard to recover from, right? We still have to,
Extra.
I think
we're
we
still
have
at the point.
Yeah. I think we have enough time to get out. I think we can hit one on the mission clock and still get out okay.
Yeah. Well, I still have that special object.
Good point.
Yeah.
I know exactly how I planned on using it, but if we need it, I'll use it.
Wait, I'm sorry. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. I hear something in my house.
Yeah, no problem. Take your time. I still have to look up like a couple of things. So just to remind you guys, these guys have 2 armor each, and they're using machine pistols, which I believe are 3 harm.
Ooh.
So we'll get to that in a second. Because I still have to figure out. Yeah, because we still have to decide who if anyone else is taking harm or if the clock is going up, that kind of thing. Right. Alright, so he'll do the harm roll. Mix it up neat. I like that the lawyer made the difference.
Does the lawyer what?
I like that the lawyer made the difference in the shootout.
Oh yeah, it's just a perfect little moment where everything's gone bad. He just steps around the corner. I got one.
Yeah, I got one.
I love how our group doesn't match at all. Like, we have a lawyer, a violent revolutionary,
two cowboys. That's
that
kind of fits.
A cowboy hacker, and just another cowboy.
Yeah.
It is pretty wonderful. I like this.
Yeah, it is. I'll have a lot of fun trying to come up with more interesting missions to throw you guys into together. I wanted to start this off with, just a basic textbook kind of mission to kind of get us.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Oh yeah, no problem at all. So like I was just saying that how we were just saying that it's a really eclectic group. It's like a weird group because you guys are from all different backgrounds, and I like that. So it's gonna be interesting to create missions for you guys to kind of put you guys in some really weird situations. We started this off with this mission because I wanted a textbook mission, just like a basic, standard.
We need to just make our group themed over cowboys, and so we all just wear cowboy hats on missions.
Oh yeah,
that's our thing now.
Oh yeah.
Now listen, y'all. I don't like the establishment. Messiah and I with us.
Oh God. She wears like a black hoodie and then she wears the hat over the hoodie.
Yeah. So alright, so did you get to did you decide what you think you'd want to go with for the mix it up?
So I'll take the harm,
Right.
but I'm willing to take input from everyone else, whether if
Yeah.
you want to advance the clock or. I mean, unfortunately, I think an ally takes harm. It's got to be Slick.
I think
And I don't know
it's
how breakable
Yeah.
Slick is. So
he has he has armored clothing but no proper armor. But I am happy with him. Like he comes around the corner. He's like, I got one, and then the other one lets out it shoots him. And like, ah, fuck.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I did it.
That's yeah.
All right.
So how much am I taking?
All right. So these guys are using machine pistols with a 3 harm. So it's each of you takes 3 harm, mitigated by your armor, and then you roll the harm roll. Now the armored clothing doesn't reduce the harm, but it does reduce the harm roll. I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So
So,
I'm good.
So skip up to what is that? 21 o'clock now.
oh no,
That's
the
21.
clock. Yeah, it's at 21 right now. 9 o'clock. Yeah.
So does the first harm clock? So the first digit on the harm clock comes pre-filled on mine.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
so I would add 3.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
so it'd be
would
at
take it
21.
to the third bar. The third tick would be ticked. You would have 3 ticks.
So I would be at 18.
No, you would be at 21.
I would be at 21.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see where. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make that. I'm going to spend a hold to make that -2. So that's 1 harm, or not 1 harm, but 1 roll.
Oh, but Messiah didn't get hit.
yeah, Messiah
Oh.
didn't.
Oh, I
yeah.
thought.
No.
Nah, this
No,
one would
Dodge
be,
got.
yeah,
This is all on Slick.
yeah. So it's dodge and slick.
Okay, so what do I roll for harm?
You roll.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how harm works
You roll
too.
plus the harm you took. I think. Well, let me make sure. When you suffer harm, for the number of seconds equal to the. Right, so you roll harm suffered. So it's 2d6 plus how much harm you suffered.
2d6 plus. Okay, so 2d6 plus 3. -1 because of my armored clothing.
Yeah.
So that would plus 3 minus 1.
Oh, okay. I see the harm move now. So wait. So you take the number of harm, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
So.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
And then you roll the harm move.
So Dodge, you have armor, correct?
I have armor, and I also am a small gang, so a 3 would not damage me.
Okay, good. So you, for your harm move, you just roll flat
Okay,
because you didn't take any harm.
right.
So have I rolled that
Wow.
correct? Have I rolled that correctly?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and I got a 10 also.
So
Super
you-
awesome. Great high
Oh
rolls.
God, I'm gonna be.
By the way, if you didn't know, the harm move you want to roll low. That's the only move you want to fail, basically.
Yeah.
In this roll.
Yeah. You
I'm
want-
And I rolled a
dragging
10.
you two out of here.
And so I get to choose, am I unconscious? I take the full harm before it was reduced by armor. Awesome. If you already took full harm from attack, take +1 harm. Lose a piece of cyborg until you get it repaired. Lose a body part. Hello?
Yeah. So you have
Oh, no, sorry. Everything just went quiet, so I thought I lost. But I'm going to lose a body part because there's nothing more
Are you
cyberpunk.
sure? Because you can take the full harm, you know.
Yeah, but what's more cyberpunk? Replacing a limb later on, or just not dying?
Lose a body part.
Lose a body part seems pretty awesome.
Cool. So what would you think of losing?
Let me think. Because you're right, I can totally take this harm.
What about you, Slick? You also would have to make a decision there.
It seems like the best decision, so I took 3 and that puts me at 21.
Yeah.
I can take an extra 1 to put me at 22. I'll need to see a doctor after this. I don't lose it. Yeah. Okay. Right. He gets shot. Yeah, he gets shot in the foot. He's like, shh. Bless him.
I didn't take any harm, so I'm all good. Yeah. I guess.
Oh, good.
See,
for you,
it's tricky. So my choice is tricky though, because I can take 0 harm body part, or I take the harm.
I think body part. Come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose a body part. So let me see. Is it cooler to have a robot arm or an eye patch?
Why not a samurai?
Or you could go with a leg.
He can get better at leg work.
Yeah.
So remember, you guys do have to leave this building afterwards. So that's why.
Yes. No leg. That's why leg is a bad choice.
Yeah.
You lose an arm.
Will, you probably got shot close to a lung. Like a really bad shoulder shot or something.
Yeah. No, I kind of like the idea of him just limping along a little bit.
I mean, I wouldn't make it mechanically hold you guys back or anything. So
yeah. Doesn't have to be mechanical.
Well, but I still have to do something. If I do that though, then I have to do something beyond seeing a doctor in downtime to like deal with it.
Yeah.
If you can take the harm, take the harm and save the amputations for a more dramatic moment.
So how we'll do harm, and how usually I think it's done is at the end of the mission. By the time the next mission rolls around, your harm clocks will clear. So it's assumed in downtime that you go to the doctor and so on. However, for things like losing a limb, you will have to get cyber replacement most likely, which it will be a cosmetic replacement, which is cheap. You wouldn't have to actually do the go under the knife, that kind of thing. So it'll be a cheap replacement, but it won't give you the benefits that a cyber arm or cyber leg will give you, unless you want to pay extra for that and do the hit the street rule, that kind of thing. Right. So so if you do choose to lose a limb, it'll probably cost you. That's cheap. I think that was like 2 credits or something. I'll look it up afterwards, but it'll be cheap, and you guys will be able to pay for it when you get paid.
Okay, I am going to. Yeah, I'm gonna lose an arm.
All right.
That's the most cyberpunk thing to do in this situation. So he's blasting away with the one hand.
Yeah.
And he just takes one, in the in the bicep elbow area, and it just it's a machine pistol. It just cuts his arm off.
I like the fact. I like the idea that you're right-handed. You get shot in your right arm, and your left hand just takes the gun and continues aiming.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
That's why you get the neural interface.
Yeah, indeed.
I don't think it even cuts it off. I think it's just hanging limply.
Yeah. It's just hanging.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just flopping around.
Yeah.
Got the floppy arm.
All right. So these guys are they have rollback, but you have done harm to them as well. So let me see. Your harm is 5. I think you have cleared the 3. Would you be able to clear 3?
It's actually, so I actually didn't count it right. So I think it's wait. So it's the handgun. Sorry, I need to look at something to see if I did the math correctly, because I can't remember if I added the mil spec or not.
Right. I'm trying to remember if it says anything about the number of targets you can have.
So I have auto fire, so I can do the entire area.
Right.
And since I have the targeting suite, I can choose to exclude the person in the middle without.
Right.
And if I didn't have that person would be mush also.
Yeah.
They Swiss cheese.
Yeah, I think I did do. So it's plus 1, 5, and then so I meant it should actually be 6 harm.
Oh, okay, so you
because I'm a small gang. So actually I take 1 less harm too.
Oh, okay, right.
I should just take that harm because it's only going to be. No, I have to take the full harm before armor reduces.
Yeah.
So that would actually be 3.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So I do 6 harm. Yeah.
All right, cool. From a pistol.
Yeah, and they actually count as having 1 less armor than they actually have.
Okay, good. So
from the spec.
Yeah, so these guys go down. The 3 definitely go down. The guys in the back weren't as strong as the Lima squad. The guys in the back who were interrogating him, they were people from corporate, so they're not the fighters. They are like, interrogation specialists.
Could we kidnap them? It would be cool if we could kidnap them.
But I want them dead. At the same time, knowledge.
Okay, that I imagine once all the guards are dropped, we're gonna have some serious words about it. That's what's gonna go down once we get the guards going. We'll have a talk.
Did I forget to do anything else? Mix it up. You take harm, I take some. Right, good. That's good. And the harm. Yeah, right, good. Yeah, so you guys are good. Clock is not advancing or anything. At the moment, you guys have cleared the room. Right, and Rainier is there. Yeah, so Rainier is there at the chair. You guys can pretty easily untie him, that kind of thing. He's scared and delirious. He's asking who the hell you guys are, and don't shoot him.
Well, if you keep your mouth shut, he will consider it.
Oh.
Cry.
What's your name, Jack?
He says, I'm Arenia Castle. He just starts like, he's at the point now where they have been at him for a while. So he started to kind of break down in sense of he was at the point where he was ready to give information.
Okay.
Listen here. You were lucky enough to not be fucking dead because of those corporate scum. You should be proud of yourself for not giving in to their demands.
He starts nodding furiously, and it's like, yeah, they're so evil. You have no idea what they were doing, and this and that and next. And it's mostly babbling, but he's really agreeing with you.
Would you consider this me putting propaganda out there?
Yeah. You did you do it before with anyone? You didn't get a chance to.
I did driven, but not vision thing.
All right, yeah. So you can do that.
You should use your hold also, since you have like 3 hold, right, or 2 hold.
I already spent 2 of it.
Oh, okay.
So, quick question: can I fulfill? I don't think I can fulfill 2 directives at once. That seems a little sketchy.
All right. Well, tell me what you have in mind.
Okay, so the 2 corporate guys, they're still like alive. I imagine we probably sort of locked them up. I had network when your membership in the legal community hinders the mission, mark XP, or prudent when you resolve a situation without violence, mark XP. Both are pretty solid reasons for him to be like, hey, we don't need to kill these guys. Let's just put.
What was the second one? You could just broadcast it for me.
Yeah, I will broadcast prudent.
Yeah. Also, Whiskey Jack, give me an assess. Your membership in the community recognition, right? Good. And the next one is when you resolve without violence.
And I'm going to spend my hold to have him, let's see, protect the cause.
Protect the cause?
Yeah. I want him to
I
be
mean, so is the idea that you're going to make sure that he like gives the information to the reporter or something, or
well,
maybe potentially rein him into your little circle?
That's essentially what she's trying to do. She's
okay, yeah, so
trying
that,
to
that's a
like,
propaganda thing. So yeah, definitely that would cover your directive. You can probably give me a fast talk roll for that. Slick, the first directive, prudent, will come into play here. The second one, I suppose, will not really come into play so much because the mission isn't involving these guys. So it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, the mission isn't affected by whether they live or die.
oh fuck.
Okay.
I'm one off.
Do you have one remaining hold?
I think I spent it all. I need to make sure.
wait? But what did you spend it on though?
I spent it on. No, never mind. I think I have one more. Because I thought when I spent it on the harm, that I didn't actually need the roll harm. So that's 7. I think.
So how many do you have now? And what's the final roll result there?
You could use gear.
Well,
That's
no. If he used his hold previously when he thought he had to roll harm, but he was not shooting.
Okay, right. Yeah. So,
And so if he uses it here, then that puts it up to a 7.
okay, good.
Yeah.
So 4 plus 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6. All right, cool. So yeah, you are able to get this guy interested in your organization. So you and him will be able to talk about that in a little later on. The Whiskey Jack, you notice that there are more squad members coming.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they have just come into the garage and they are on their way up.
Okay. So yeah, the cause and that's all good. But you guys got company coming.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. I think this may not be a fast talk, but I'm thinking maybe Slick would want to be like would talk to the guys and be like, "Hey, I can make sure that you don't die horribly if you call off the rest of the security team."
That sounds good, actually. Give me a roll for that.
Okay.
That's a good idea. Alright, so an excellent roll. Well, 9.
Wait. So I'll roll links on that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
you-
we need.
Who is rolling links?
Me,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I have a
he's
plus
like-
1.
Yeah, you see my friend over there with the giant pistol.
Wait. Let me roll it first.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. With the cowboy hat and the giant pistol.
Yeah.
Do you see that guy's arm? Oh my god, that's actually really horrifying.
So I take my pistol and I like push my hat back a little bit because my other arm, is hanging. So I don't have a hand free to like tip my hat. So I tip it with my gun.
All right. So so like at first they are about to start arguing with each other, but then it's like it's the mess in the room that's like and Dodge just tipping his hand that kind of is the deciding factor. So they scramble for this little communicator and they start screaming into it call off Lima, abort mission, this kind of thing. They don't even know the proper like code words and that kind of thing, but they're just trying to get across as quickly as possible for the guys not to burst into the room. So Whiskey Jack, you see outside that they have gotten to the first retinal scanner. They have just gotten through there and they are on their way to the elevator when you see them stop. And they stop there and you can see they're communicating back to headquarters, trying to figure out what the hell to do. So
They're on the elevator?
no, they haven't gotten to the elevator as yet.
Okay.
They're on the hallway that leads to the elevator.
Okay.
So these guys they have gotten them to stop from rushing into the room because they don't want to die in firefight and thing and crossfire. So the guy says to you, well, just you can take him and just get out of here. But Whiskey Jack, you know that the guys are still downstairs. No, the guys downstairs it's just like 2 of them, I think, because it's the rest of Lima squad.
Yeah.
Who came in the second car.
Okay. So we need to find a way away from the guards. Do we want to risk trying to drag these guys along, or just cuff them and take their communicator, cuff them and leave them, or do we want to try and do the extra work? Because I think things might get a little violent if we try and drag them off somewhere.
Well, so. Oh, so what you did is you convinced them not to.
I convinced them to tell the squad to stop. Basically,
right.
Like don't come in.
Yeah, they would not have had the authority to tell them to go back to base. But you know, they could tell them to like hold their position. At least until they get further orders. That was as much as they can do because they are not top tier.
Okay.
All right, can I do a search of the layout for the best route out for them?
Whiskey Jack? Yeah, you definitely can. So give me a manipulate. Do you have to do a roll for that? No. You still have a manipulate systems from this one. Right, so you would use a hold for that and give me a research. Because you're trying to find the building schematics.
Yeah, and I forgot that I had programs, so this would be... I'm adding Sift to it.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about those.
Oh yeah, you were supposed to be poking around for something as well.
I haven't forgotten.
You could have done that in the meantime. If I had remembered, I would have reminded you. Sorry. Alright, so, great, no problem.
It's a +1.
Yes.
Sorry.
So
I forgot to add it.
Oh, yeah. Sure, no problem. So you do find the schematics, and there are fire escapes at the back. And in fact, that's the reason why the guys were smoking at the back. The service staff tend to use them to sneak away for, you know, their little smoke breaks or whatever they do. So you guys have a way out.
Alright, direct them that way. Assuming that I don't see anybody on camera near there.
Yeah. Slick is gonna fire off just a quick little thing, like, or I don't know, talking to Comp or something, out of earshot of the guys. Like, do we want to leave them here, or do we want to try and take them as hostages?
I think we leave them here. I have a special treat.
I don't want these guys to die. Okay.
I don't give a shit.
You bet. All right, I think this is where.
All right, so
yeah.
this is covered by Fast Talk does have a PC option that you can use here.
And does my link to Messiah 9? What does that?
Yeah, you can use your link for that.
But it would be a replacement or an addition.
It's an interfere if you're hurting his role.
Actually,
well, it depends on who's doing the convincing, right? So
no, I don't think you can use it for the fast talk itself, because you would be doing the fast talk, and if he wants to interfere with you, then he rolls links on you.
Okay, so I can't help my. But yeah, okay, so
someone
I can't.
else can help you, but yeah.
No, I can help. I'll help.
Yeah.
Right on.
I have the. I have 2 different directives that speak to this, so I think it would be.
Excellent. Good.
All right.
All right. So most likely we'll be looking at a fast talk, a help, and an interfere, probably.
So, do you know if when I do the links, if I have to? So putting the 1 in the links box on the sheet. Well, I can just add it after the fact if it doesn't work the way I think it works. Yeah, okay, so the length is 1. So that's 9.
Yeah. Alright, cool.
So you get +1 to whatever the fast talk is.
Yeah, so Slick, you roll fast talk with a +1.
I roll fast talk with a +1.
Watch it get a critical.
Whoa!
9, 10, 11, 12.
It doesn't even matter if Messiah 9 interferes. Alright, so what it does...
I can't do...
Yeah, sorry. So what it does is, for PCs, PCs choose whether to do it or not. But if they do, they mark experience. If they don't, they must act under pressure to go against your stated wishes.
Right. So you get, if you don't blow them up or whatever, you get an experience. And if you do blow them up, then you have to act under pressure to do it. And if you don't get a 10, then you have some sort of...
See, the question is, are you asking me not to firebomb the place or wait until we have them out?
Oh, he doesn't, you know, like, destruction of property isn't so bad. He wants to make sure that we don't kill these guys.
I think I'm gonna have to act under pressure.
You can blow up the place afterwards. It's just don't kill these guys.
Here it goes.
Would blowing up the place afterwards still put these guys at risk? Because
it doesn't even matter.
Get fucked.
It doesn't matter.
Wait. So, but this would be at the end, didn't I mean, oh, we're about to leave, right? So I guess he does have this now anyway. But there's the roll. Welcome to my world.
All right, so Messiah 9, these guys are on their way out. You have kind of stayed back a little bit to try and deploy your thing, and what happens is you see this thing arcing over the balcony through the door and lands inside the apartment, tumbles around on the ground, and it starts spewing smoke. It's like a tear gas grenade. So this is S-harm. It's stun harm, so it's not like physical harm. So you will roll now to see if you make it out alive or if you faint.
What do I have to roll?
You just roll harm, which is a flat 2d6.
So you just roll.
How do you do hard bargains?
Like in terms of.
Well, no, I was just looking at the act under pressure roll, right? Oh, he just failed it, so you get to make an MC move. Never mind. Sorry, I was looking at this. Never mind.
This is what you get for trying to kill the hostage.
No. Harm is good.
Harm is good.
Low harm is good, so he doesn't take any harm.
Damn.
The hard bargains you were asking about, that was like what for?
Oh no, I messed up because he rolled too low. So I was looking at the 7 to 9 rules, but he rolled below that. So that's just MC move.
Oh.
No. I was confused because you made an MC move, and I was confused. I was like, wait a minute, but I didn't realize that's the 7 to 9 rules for act under pressure. So
yeah, exactly.
So but he failed it. He just failed.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. Yeah, definitely. So something definitely would have happened there. Alright, so you do manage to stumble out. You're coughing, your eyes are watering because it's this is cyberpunk level tear gas. This is like almost. That's probably
so. Was this from the guys, or was this from?
It hurts your emotions too, for real.
Yeah,
this doesn't make you cry. It actually makes you sad.
I just want my firebomb. All right.
The guys who were coming up these stairs decided to do this instead of rushing in with weapons.
Well, I'm firebombing.
And Dodge says, "Let's get the hell out of here."
Yeah. Okay, so if you wanted to really firebomb down on them, because they're on the balcony just underneath you. So you can give me a mix it up to see how that goes.
Right, here it goes.
So you're throwing the bomb down on them, not in the room where the two corp guys are.
Yeah, but it's a fire.
Okay.
It's a Molotov. Yeah, I think that hits.
Yeah,
I may be wrong, but
no, that hits. They are going to be occupied. They don't have time for you guys anymore. They have to retreat, put themselves out, that kind of thing. And not only that, they have some other they have some other concerns as well with this building. So it's like you guys are not going to be the primary focus for them anymore. I think you guys have a clear way out now.
Okay. So, I don't. I'm guessing this busts the avoid violence thing.
Oh, I mean, when I turn those people into paste, I think that.
Yeah.
So
I think this definitely fits my agenda.
Okay. So do I not grab experience for the resolving the suit?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, cool.
That's specifically what you did. You saved these guys from Messiah 9, so you definitely.
Oh, okay. So
and you get XP from the fast talk no matter what. So
okay. What?
If they oh no, he didn't do what you did. No, sorry, never mind.
Yeah.
You only get it from the
Yeah. But I still get to mark 1, assuming she doesn't turn around and murder. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
She'll let the place burn, but if those people leave, she's not gonna purposely hunt them down.
One thing I forgot to ask is what kind of transport do you guys have? I think someone had.
I have a car.
Right. So did you guys drive your car like to the building, park it around the side or something, or like how do you guys escape the building?
I don't think it should be the flashy car, so I think it should be somebody else's car.
I can't remember. Is my car flashy? Or
I think we still have gear left over. So
no, I have a sleek. That was my gear.
Yeah, the bomb. Yeah.
Oh, the bomb was his gear, but we had another gear, right?
Car.
There we go. I fixed it for you.
A discreet car?
Sleek.
Sleek. Okay, cool.
All right.
And car.
Right, so you guys head out. You won't have any rules for just leaving because, as I said, these guys they are not chasing you. You guys have managed to get out of there pretty fine. I think the only thing I was going to ask just a moment ago was whether Whiskey Jack does anything to interfere with the sprinklers or what. But
well, as far as I know, those guys are just standing in the lobby, right?
Up to
in the hall.
Yeah. Well, the sprinklers will start doing a job, that kind of thing. But the main thing is you guys have enough time to get away freely without having to worry about it. I was just asking if you were going to be like a dick.
No.
Yeah. You have to now, Whiskey Jack. They are out of the building, so you now have to log out. I believe is the last thing left for you to do.
Yeah, but first I'm going to use the SIFT program to search for pay data.
Right. Good. Excellent. So,
eyes on the money.
Yeah. So just broadcast it for me. Let me see what it entails.
Well, hold on. There's no way to broadcast programs.
Oh. Okay.
Hold on a sec. Find it.
So SIFT is just +1 to the research roll for the pay data.
Yep. But yeah, ultimately that's all it is, yeah.
Alright, so there's a role for it called Search for Pay Data. I'm trying to find it. Cyberdex, Melt Ice, Jackal, Login. Where is it?
I think it's just research, isn't it? Oh, no, it is different.
There is an actual rule for it. Why is it not in this empty sheet?
I'll look too.
Search for pay data. When you search for pay data, roll mind on a hit. You find something hot that you can. Here, I'll find it. I'll link it.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks. Melt ice, manipulate systems. That is so weird. I know it was supposed to be here.
It's really disorganized. Yeah. How all the programs and hacking stuff are spread throughout the whole book.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just a research roll because that's what a mind roll. I mean, research is just a mind roll anyway, right?
Yeah. it's just the options are like more specific to it.
Mm.
Social data in database.
Oh
right.
boy.
Let's see.
I rolled a 4.
No, you rolled.
No, 5.
No, you rolled a 8.
An
Oh,
eight.
what am I talking about?
Jesus Christ. That's why I was having so much trouble counting how many guards there were.
Yeah. The hell?
Hmm.
Alright, so on a hit you find something hot that you can sell. Good. So, you do get pay data. Now remember the activity that was going on here. This is a kind of secret interrogation facility. So any data related to this is going to be like hot. You know, it's going to be traceable. That's what hot means.
Yep.
So there's only a few people who will be able to deal with this for you. However, you know one of those people, or like you know someone who knows someone. Messiah 9 will probably be able to link you to this, or you can have the reporter try to do something with it. One or two. But this is going to happen after the... Because what's going to happen now, the first thing we'll do is... I don't think you have to roll to log out because you're not being attacked at the moment. So you can just log out.
Okay. Do.
So you disconnect and you come out of the matrix, I assume, because you now have to contact your friend to tell him that the mission is done and to do the handover, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And get paid. Alright, so Tarkus is his name, I believe.
Yes.
Right, so I assume you contact him through the same CRC?
Yep. Send him a C note.
Alright, so he sends back a smiley face and he gives you coordinates which you easily tell it's like the equivalent of Google Maps directions. What's the code Google Maps is using now? They recently introduced. They have a name for it. But yeah, so like he gives you directions to a safe house. One he has used recently, so it's like it's not likely to be discovered by anyone yet. So it should be pretty safe. It's one he has set up specifically for this guy to hide away in. So he sends you the address and he says meet you there.
Okay.
Right, so it's across town. You could easily just give it to whoever's driving and they make it across there. Alright, so it's kind of nice. And yeah, so you guys are driving, Dodge is bleeding, Slick is bleeding.
God, how do you deal with this?
Yeah, it's you guys are...
Oh, it's just a scratch. Come on.
What color is the car interior?
What?
What's that?
What color is the interior of the car?
It's red now.
It's red now. But you do get there. It's another like motel building kind of thing.
Whose car is it?
Yeah, it's like
Whose car?
Sorry.
Whose car is this?
Yeah, whose car is it?
I think it's Messiah's.
I think it's Messiah's car.
Let's be honest, it was red for a long time before that.
It was old. Are you kidding?
Messiah is gonna be so glad to show off. Like, look at how much of a revolutionary I am. I drive in blood.
Look how much revolutionary. My car is filled with blood.
Yeah. So you guys take him
Oh,
into
I ain't the first person to bleed on this upholstery.
No, not.
Oh God, ew, it's sticky.
Messiah, are they liable to catch anything from the upholstery?
I said you're not the first. You're the first living man.
Oh man,
These slacks are ruined. God.
These slacks are ruined. Awesome. So like you went on a mission in slacks. Wow.
He wears exactly what he looks like in the photo.
So you guys get to the building. You park around inside. The front of the building looks pretty run down. you know, like people pissing in the hallway, that kind of thing, because it's like not really taken care of. But at the back of the building, there's like you can see there's an apartment that's kind of someone has secured it. The door, for instance, is new, a really tough door. It's disguised to look really old and so on, but when you guys approach it, you hear it beep, and it opens, kind of like the door to the apartment opened. So you know it's like a mechanized automated door kind of thing. So like the reporter Takis has put some effort into making this apartment safe for this guy. Inside you can see it's pretty Spartan, not much equipment and furniture, but you know it's a place where you can stay for a little while. And Takis is like really, you can see the tension just drain from Takis when he sees that Rainier is alive and in one piece. He's scared shitless when he sees the blood though. So it takes a little while for him to realize that Rainier is not the one who's been shot, and then when he realizes that it's Dodge and Slick, and it's like, oh okay, yeah. And he just leaves Rainier inside and says, go get cleaned up. And he says, he speaks to Whiskey Jack and he says, well, you came through for me again, man. I knew you were the only one I could really count on to do this.
Yeah, it wasn't no problem. You know, it wasn't easy for me, but you know, I did my best. I take a big slurp from my super gulp.
He is staring daggers at him.
Be like, I got a cramp in my wrist at one point. But I wear this wrist protector to keep the arthritis.
I got a cramp in my wrist too, and he holds up his like floppy arm.
Holy shit! What happened?
What the hell did happen? You guys got pretty damn banged up. You didn't leave a blood trail to this apartment, did you?
Oh, I don't know, but that's a lot of damage. We might need to double down on this payment, I think.
Will looks over to Messiah. I think she may have taken care of any trails with Molotov.
So I'm gonna help. Wait, who's gonna roll the getting paid?
Maniacal laughter.
Generally speaking, at these meetings, it's whoever is talking the most. So generally, I leave it up to you guys who you want to roll. Like for instance, the hacker would probably have first dibs because he was the one contacted. Every mission, a different person will be contacted. So the hacker will have first dibs in this time, but you guys can decide amongst yourselves who you want to make the roll.
Well, this is a flat roll, so there's no like stats or anything. But if Whiskey rolls it, I have a link with him, so I could.
I also have a link. We can both be like, we got shot.
We're just yeah, he said it was dangerous, and we're over there bleeding.
It's just a flat 2d6.
Yeah, I think it is. Let me just pull it.
I just have a link with Slick.
Not very social, are you?
All right. Should I roll link now, or
just
roll and add the number?
Yeah, 1 second.
Surprising when you're a violent activist, people don't like to associate with you on the regular.
Oh, roll and add the number of unfilled segments of the legwork clock.
Right. Yeah, so you guys don't have to really worry.
1, 2, 3. So it's +6?
Yeah.
By the way, that is a bonkers legwork clock. It is the low. I've never seen
so it's
one
a 13
already.
ever.
Yeah.
I remember
we just got ridiculously lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, he deleted one.
No, he did. He did delete one. That's
so
right.
we rolled a 13.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right.
Choosing from the list.
Yeah, choosing from your list.
I think we want everyone marks experience. You learned something, everyone marks experience. Okay, so that's 1.
I would advise you guys to take the meeting
wait.
to attract attention because
you should choose paid in full, not an ambush, and doesn't attract attention. Because because any of those can be MC moves to raise corporate clocks.
Yeah.
So it's
always
not
an ambush. You think that this could be an ambush or will it be if it's not picked?
It could be a setup. I mean, it just that makes that removes that MC move.
This guy could be scum.
So like the way it would normally work is that if I were doing that move, I would have you guys suddenly realize that they got to him first. So it's like he has had a gun pointed to his head.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll do those three then. The paid in full, doesn't attract, and not an ambush.
All right, cool. So you guys do get paid in full. He hands over the money really quickly because he kind of wants you guys to leave because of the blood and because he doesn't want anything pointing out this apartment. Right?
Don't worry. I made sure that the trail burned away.
Yeah, because they did. Yeah, and he says to you, well, they did find his apartment last time, so I'm probably still gonna have to move him just to be sure. But at least now that we have him, we can keep him safe. I'll contact you guys if anything else comes up. You guys remember you will see your stakes there under mission directives. So Dodge, you get 6, Messiah, you get 6, Slickwell, you get 6, and Whiskey Jack, you get 9.
So
that's plus that's plus the stuff we banked.
No, not the stuff you banked. It's plus whatever you had left over before after
I get 6. So
yeah.
So you lose your stake at the beginning of the mission, and then the modifier on the stake is what you get from the getting paid, and
Yeah.
Okay, so I netted 4, essentially, net profit.
Yeah.
Yep.
I get 9. I'm on 9. Correct. Also, that's 3 more experience, which was 4, 7. 7 experience is what I'm on.
Nice.
What? How'd you get that much?
Because I was violent repeatedly. I converted a guy.
But you get XP each time? I thought it was just once.
No, you get XP every time.
You can only
the directive only works once.
Yeah, you can only do the directive once. However, from
what? I can only do directive once?
That's what I thought.
Permission.
Oh, then I gotta take away one of those.
No. You guys got 5 XP from the mission itself. So if you use both of your directives, you would end up with 2 XP from those and 5 from the mission. So you would be at 7.
So
I used prudent twice, so I gotta knock one of those off, I guess.
So 1 for taking the mission, 1 for starting the mission, and then 5 for ending it?
No. It's 1 for getting the job, 1 for locating Renia, 1 for extracting safely, and when the mission ends, you mark 2 XP.
Okay.
So I will mark.
Whenever you solve a problem with violence.
No, I think you just do it once per section.
So taking the mission, locating Rainer, and then what?
It's on the Roll20. You'll see in the green writing right there.
So the base is 5, right? So you may already have something in experience because if you've been marking along, but the total for just the mission part, if you don't do any directives, is 5, right? From the directives on the screen.
Yeah.
Right.
So we start at 0 XP,
and so mine, I didn't do either of my directives. So I have protective of I had protective of Slick, but I have to endanger the mission for it to activate.
Oh,
I
think you could have done something with that with the when they shot at you, or when you had the mix-up. You probably could have done something with that, but
yeah, well, I missed it.
Yeah, me too.
And I had my other one is proselytizing honor, and I didn't do that. I just shot those dudes up. So, I mean, I could have said, "I'm calling you out. Throw down your guns," or something.
When you were helping Will to convince Messiah 9 not to kill the guys, that could have come in there.
Oh,
was somebody playing with a slinky?
Yeah, I hear like a beanbag or something.
I was messing around with a paper bat, plastic bag.
You guys did the mission really well. There were a lot of different ways you could have gone about the mission. So like for instance, you could have I think like one thing people never try is to take the building from the top, land on the roof and go down.
Yep.
But how the hell are we gonna get a helicopter?
Gear.
You can just get a helicopter, easy. Yeah.
Well,
Did
just,
we have
no,
a
just
gear?
take the if there's a fire escape, go up the fire escape. So,
Good point.
Yeah.
But we would have had to roll assess to have looked at the fire escape.
Yeah. Now remember,
Yeah.
I can't guide you and tell you where to go. So
Yeah,
if
and
you
the
had
way we
thought
did
of
it was
that,
kind of get there and move out of the air before we could really look. If we had, I don't know, shot them, we would have had the time to.
Well, and if we had a driver with a tank, we could have blown the walls down, or
Yeah.
like something
Yeah.
like that.
yeah, like a driver with a breech gun or something. So you guys will always have like a lot of different options. So don't be afraid to like suggest like wild off stuff, and that's like all what goes into the planning and the legwork. So these missions can come out very differently. In terms of the next part of this, we have the phase now where you decide whether to lay low or fight back, which you don't need to right now. So I think we can probably not worry about that too much because the you have not seen any action from the corporations as yet, so you don't need to worry about it. In terms of your damage, you guys would have like head home now, and Will would probably have his doctor Messiah 9 probably, I don't know, does yoga or something, and you guys clear your clocks. The one thing we do have to do now is links. Each person chooses someone else to give. Do you give a link or get a link? 1 second. It's links or advancement. Links. Alright, yeah. So here we go. Links. At the end of a mission, each player chooses another character who, as a result of the mission, has a better idea about how your character operates. Explain what happened, what they now know about you, and that character increases these links with you by 1. So each of you gives someone else a link.
So I'm gonna give mine to Slick because I did link help with him like 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had my back when it counted. I think So I get one on dodge.
Nice. Yeah. Alright, so who next? Who gives next?
I don't even see one for my guy, to be honest.
For Messiah or whiskey? Just
Whiskey.
Well, you gotta give it to some. Who do you think?
That's the problem with off-site characters.
I think if I had
but you can roll links. I mean, maybe the thing to think about next time is just, you move the cameras, right? So, you did things to help everyone if you just want to...
The one point in time for certain that you were working together with a particular person was when you and Dodge were scoping out the building together.
That's a good point.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, sure.
Who
All
was
right,
it?
so I'm
who
going to
tried
take
to-
another one on whiskey then.
Yeah.
Who
Do
was it? Who
do I
tried
put one
not
on
to-
Sorry.
No, you give it to somebody. So,
Okay, got it.
So I have one on you already. Now I have 2 since
Got it.
you chose dodge. And Slick has 2 on me now.
No, I have 1 on dodge. I have 1 on whiskey jack. I have 1 on Messiah right now.
No, but I gave you mine. So we were at 0 before?
Yeah, we were at 0.
Oh,
dodge.
that's right, because you had 1 on me, but I didn't have 1 on you.
Yeah.
Cool. Or the other way around.
Who tried convincing me not to be violent for a second there?
Slick.
Slick.
Yeah.
Slick. I gotta give it to Slick.
All right.
He kept me from killing people who, as far as Messiah was concerned, could have
Definitely
boasted.
deserved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were corporate scum. Yada yada.
Yeah. I'm not sure whether to give it to Dodge or Messiah, thinking about it. Like, if it's, if it goes to Messiah, it's not going to be necessarily a friendly thing.
Well, so I think that, I mean, if you're thinking about which interaction is bigger, like, you helped me in a firefight, and you, like, changed his mind about, like, burning up a whole bunch of people. And so,
Yeah.
I almost think that I mean, well, it's your link to give. I'm not,
As much as it pains me for future interactions, I think it's got to go to Messiah.
What's your character name again?
That's more fun. Now you can interfere with him at
What's your
minus
character name?
3 or no -2.
A link doesn't have to be a link doesn't have to be a good link. It can
Yeah.
be like a grudge or something you carry. Yeah.
Yeah, Slick is it's Slick.
Slick? Oh, I already have one for you, so that's
Oh
two
my
now.
god.
Now you have 2.
Ooh.
But I have 2 with you too. Oh, this is gonna get fun. Every time we got hostages.
Every time we have hostages, this keeps happening. God damn it.
That's when Whiskey and Dodge make a secret agreement: no hostages. too much fighting over these hostages. I'm just gonna shoot them.
Yeah.
Stop letting these people decide whether or not hostages are a thing. Because usually one of them is going to use words and the other is going to try and use bullets.
I think the only thing that will come of the mission, because the mission clock wasn't that high, to be honest. But I have a choice here. Either I can make Lima Squad a threat to you guys, or I can advance McElroy's clock. That's the only 2 options that will come out of this, because you guys didn't do anything else to really raise any clocks.
I mean, it's kind of. I mean, just on your side, it's kind of fun to have a threat clock too.
Yeah.
But McElroy is at a 0, so
Yeah.
you know, that's totally a reasonable way to invest that too.
Yeah.
Well, how
but
big
the
is
reason-
Lima
The
Squad?
reason why it was a choice is because Lima is part of McElroy. So I was wondering,
Right.
like, do I just dump that into the main corp, or I'll
Well,
just say,
are they more independent within, or are they totally?
well,
company?
So
they are
Oh.
the active arm of McElroy. So like, if McElroy comes after you, they are the ones that you'll see.
This sounds like just a clock.
also he can set them up as a threat if you've looked at that part of the book, and
Right,
so
yeah.
like
So-
there's
so that
they
was
can
the
have a
other-
separate clock that like activates them and like.
Yeah. So
You
that
know.
is the other option. So it's like, do
I think
want
it's more.
to-
It might be more narratively interesting for them to be out for blood on us.
All right. So I think
Especially
we
since
do
they
that.
know who you saw your faces and all that.
Well, we scrubbed the camera footage, didn't we? Or we
Did
looped
you?
it.
You left witnesses alive, didn't you?
Well, that's why we should have taken hostages. If we had pulled them out with us.
You say that, but we could have also killed more people.
You could have killed them.
That's true. Yeah, that's the joke. We need to invest in masks. We just.
So I
need
don't know.
masks.
I mean, so all the things that you're saying make me think that maybe the tick is better than the Lima threat clock, because I mean, you already set up like there are lots of these teams,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the overall impact is much bigger of having a tick on a
McElroy.
corp clock than a threat clock.
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely probably the better choice to put it on McElroy. I think it's more dramatically interesting if they become an antagonist group.
Yeah. Alright, so I'll
See,
put it on
now we
McElroy.
have 2 group.
I think the answer is all good choices. Like, there's not a wrong choice. Like,
Yeah.
but all choices are interesting here.
Yeah.
By no means.
Alright, so McElroy will go up 1 and we'll do that. Because when McElroy does hit midnight, it's the squads that you will see. So it's effectively the same exact thing.
Yeah, I think that's right, because it's the same outcome, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Or it's hotel comes after you and it's like, we're gonna get you for Lima.
Yeah, exactly that. Alright.
No, it just goes down the alphabet. It's gonna be Kilo.
Yeah, it's gonna be Kilo. No, it's gonna be Mike.
I feel like most of our group are fucking insane, and we just haven't realized it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm glad we were able to get most or some of the directives in.
So, how do I
Yeah,
sell
that was
this?
just a goof. I should have been paying more attention. I think I
Yeah.
could have worked one in. Oh well.
And the hacker does get to mark the financial because he stayed back to do the pay data. So I
And how do I sell that still?
right, so that is
I-
going to be
That's a hit the streets.
yeah, that's going to have to be a hit the streets.
I have a-
And it's going to
I have a
involve
question.
something. Yeah.
This is just kind of for future purposes, but how does the go under the knife move? When does that take place?
That takes place when you get new cyberware.
Like, I meant, do you do that, like, before a mission or after a mission or what?
You do that in this time here. After the mission, you can do that here in downtime. Because when a session starts, we usually start with the mission. We can do that before the mission starts. Usually we do that now, but basically it's done between missions. So it's either at the end of one or at the start of another.
But you have a whole bunch of steps too, though. You got to find your cyberware and like all kinds of things if you wanna
I mean,
get new
yeah,
cyberware.
I get that, but I was just asking for future purposes.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I'm just gonna slowly try and make Messiah better at things.
So I suggest that if you want to be like all cybered up, you have 9 cred.
Yeah.
That, I mean, you just start leaking cred as the game goes along. So if you want to do that, I would go do it, like, if you can afford it. Like, whatever. I don't know what you want to do, but if you can afford it, it would probably be a good idea to just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
There's no determined price on the things. It just says that you roll.
Oh no. There's price in the rule book. There's like fair. What do they call it? Fair prices. Yeah. So you'll see cyberware is listed there.
Where is it? I'm looking for the prices. Price is right.
Let me see if I can find it. Basic hacking programs.
So I rolled an 11 on. Yeah. Hit the streets for.
Right. So basic cheap cyberware is 4 cred, and cutting edge cyberware is 8 cred. Most cyberware is 8 cred.
Most cyberware is 8 cred?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, it's super expensive, and it can still be super crappy when you like. There are ways for it to still not be very good.
Yeah, if you roll badly.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably save up for now.
Yeah.
But I might do that later on.
Yeah, that's always an option. Not Slick. Whiskey Jack, where would you decide to try to fence this pay data that you got?
Well, it was compromising intel on who? On.
It would be compromising in financial information on McElroy, Hitchcock, and
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's right. God, I wonder if I would try to extort them, blackmail the company itself.
That can be done, I think.
Well, you wouldn't extort the company because that's not the way that they work. Like, you would have pay data on a dude, or you would have some information that was worth something to someone else, and then your hit the street roll represents how you were able to do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
To monetize it, yeah.
Yeah, so it would have to be like a specific person that you blackmail or leverage or something. So like a lot of the time, how it usually works out is you find someone who
you're a robot for me.
Yeah, you're also
Just
a robot.
Probably the connection speed. Is that better?
Whoop.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
Messiah is definitely the most traditionally cyberpunk.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. Looks like it does. And then you have Messiah, who's like, oh, just looking like a fucking teenager despite probably being in her late 20s.
Alright, how's that looking?
That's better.
Oh, much better.
Alright, cool.
I mean, it's not as cyberpunk as before. But...
I am in the machine. So it's not so much about who the information is pertaining to or valuable to. It's about finding someone who wants that information. So you would be a lot better off finding someone who can use that information to do something against someone in the company. Because that way you just basically sell it and you're out of it. Now, if you want to do that yourself, that would kind of that would be kind of like a mission, really, because you'd have to do legwork to.
Yeah, that would be an operation, right?
Yeah, that would be a full-fledged thing.
What would?
Handling the pay data yourself.
I gotta go. I'll see you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, this was a good session.
Yeah, take it easy.
So I think it's kind of it's more complex if you want to do it yourself, and well, of course, that carries the risks that go along with that. Because first of all, you need to find out which person you can use this leverage on, and that would involve some research, assess. You'd have to do some hacking, that kind of thing. You have to go to contacts, so it can be a full-fledged mission in its own right. If we get into the details of it. So what you can do, consider it for a while, and at the beginning of the next session, we'll figure out what you guys do with it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Great.
Fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for running.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you. Yeah,
this was fun.
great.
You guys did really well. That legwork clock was insane.
No, we were ridiculously lucky. That's what happened, because I think we could have set fire to ourselves. I mean,
yeah,
no problem.
Quite literally.
Fingers crossed for next
Also,
time.
it was very polite of the hacker to wait until the very end of pay data instead of instantly doing pay data.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty ballsy too.
Why did the mission clock go up? No reasons.
Yeah. Nothing.